RPG number 3. We have Mike and Peter and Aaron. The party was split into 2 in the last session. Part of the party was called back to the main city, and the other party stayed to finish clearing out the evil demon that had inhabited a temple of law. We're going to do a little bit of epilogue on the party, the temple clearing party, before we move on to the other party that's been called back to the city. Any questions first before I move ahead about the last session or anything like that?
And I recall surviving it.
Yes, that's kind of important.
Never a sure thing.
Right. So as I mentioned in an email previously, I've updated your experience for that half the party and updated the treasure list, including a list of all outstanding magical items that you guys are unknown items, magical or otherwise. Crap. Hold on. Of course,
Hello,
I'm sure I forgot something. Hold on.
Hello, you're on the air. Hey, I'm going to take a break at some point because my ex-wife will show up to pick up the dog. So.
Sorry, I just got up and walked away. I just needed something that was out in my car. So just the 3 of us, huh?
Just the 3 of us.
Okay, cool. Well, that'll be different. A smaller group, and
I promise not to stick my hand in any holes.
Oh, come on. So how about? Did you tell Mike what happened on Thursday night?
No. And for the record,
Thursday night.
I want to remind you that I was not in favor of moving that third.
Well, yes, but everybody else was. So
that's
Thursday
right.
Night, Thursday night, the party discovers a chamber that has 3 large granite slabs on the floor, and one of these slabs has this peculiar pale green, pale blue sort of dust or powder around one of the edges, and there's a lot of moisture and water around this slab. And there's a burial shelf inside the chamber. They find a corpse in the burial shelf that has a magical pearl like embedded in its chest. They're like, "Yay, treasure!" And let's get into these. Let's move one of these granite slabs. Let's see what's under there. Oh yeah, there's another corpse down in this hole underneath the granite slab. Great,
more treasure.
More treasure. Excellent. Next one. Yes, more treasure. They're like, there's got to be something good under that one.
The leaky one.
Yeah, the leaky one.
So one character fails
to
do it. He misses his roll. So then Brian's like, "Well, I'll help you," and 2 people will do it. And then they miss the roll, and Aaron's like, "There's just no way you're going to be able to do it. You got to figure out a new plan." And so they finally figure out they need 3 of them in on it. And I'm like, you know what? This is probably a sign the universe doesn't want us to open this. Just leave it alone. And they're like, no, it's got to be really good. And I'm like, all right, I'll go along with it, but I'm going to stand back with my banish spell just in case something bad comes out of it. And unfortunately, my hobbit got talked into joining in, but he made his roll.
Yeah, so what happened was, and then, so 3 of them failed, and they said, we're getting some water, and we're going to pour water around the edge of the slab. We're going to try to, reduce the friction, and I'm like, fine. So they finally get it open, and disturb a mold colony that's down in the base. Everybody has to take a fortitude saving throw, and half of them miss it, and the half that missed it died
instantly.
And everybody's like,
and you're like, well, there were clues that it was lethal.
Yeah.
So in the module, it was I'm running an AD&D 1E module, and it's yellow mold colony that's infested one of these corpses down there. And I was reading the description in the monster manual. It's like saving throw or die, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So luckily, my elf, yet again being lucky, survived a second death roll within 2 days, but you
two,
like
two
us.
adventures.
System shock survival. We got to kill him next week too.
that's right. And
Kill you every week, Nils.
And you killed Brian's character, who did not make his system shock.
Right.
Yeah, poor Brian Miller shows up. He's like, "Great, I finally have Thursdays free. I'll play with you guys."
You're dead.
Okay. So sorry about that, Erica. Yeah, Erica needed more advice on something. Anyway, as the Purifier party is gathering up, so you guys came back out of the temple. You cleaned everything. If you remember, there was that kind of a mural at the end in the last room, and the guardian ghost reappeared to you and kind of told you the story of the temple and what had happened and how how it had come to corruption, and thanked you profusely for your efforts, and you could tell that the evil was gone, and good and light's going to come back to the land, kind of thing. And so you leave and you head back to the small village, and because you obviously been out adventuring for the day, you spend the night there. The next morning, as you're packing up, Brother Ralm or Rawl, whichever, the priest, comes up and thanks you again for your efforts, and says, I see that you are well weighed down with good treasure, and you've earned it. But as the shepherd of this small flock, I might ask a small donation to help these poor people that have been under this oppressive evil, and also with the returning of the life to the land, this was going to be becoming a trade route soon, and we would like to try to start revitalizing the village to prepare for that. So if you are can find it in your good hearts to make a small donation to the church, that would be spread among the few remaining survivors of this terrible tragedy. It would be you would be smiled upon quite well by the gods and by the community.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Bumbles is all for it.
Okay.
Yeah, Siverton too.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think I was considering some kind of aid package once we got to the city to be sent back, like usable goods and whatever they needed.
Yeah.
Like a caravan of, like a merchant's caravan or something.
Yeah, like a caravan of equipment and supplies and provisionals and.
Excellent idea. I say we do both.
That's fine. Yeah.
So I've just posted the link to the Google Doc that Aaron created.
Oh, good. I was just trying to pull that up.
Yeah, and that way you guys can take a look at what you have. Would it be easier for me to pull it up and share it, or just have you guys pull it up individually?
I've got it up right now.
Okay. So go ahead and take a look at that. Actually, let me pull it up.
All right. I think all our NPCs need our names.
What?
I think all the NPCs need our names. Raul,
yeah.
Raul.
I know that was kind of silly.
No, that's fine.
So if you look about halfway down the first page, you see the treasure from the final temple foray. That's the stuff that's. Well, each of you have the gold split of about 219 from the first split.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the stuff is what you've come up with after that. So you've basically got almost 1,200 gold, 1,400 gold, plus a variety of.
Oh, it looks like you've called out identified some of the magical items.
Right, the ones at the top, which one you're looking at?
The wooden staff, wooden dragon eye staff.
That's stuff you've had from previous adventures, and you've had it long enough that you've either played with it enough, you know what it is, or you've had the guild assess it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, like I have a knife I had gotten when the early adventures, and I really don't know what it does, but I don't like letting it go, and I don't like it off my person.
Is that the Chris knife that you're carrying?
Yeah.
So I just wanted. It seemed like we were, there was magic items that were being gotten and
overlooked.
And overlooked. Sorry, unfortunately, I can't get rid of that. It's because it's the handset. The bass is going to still ring until it finishes. So
don't worry.
I'm going to mute myself while that finishes.
I don't like the pouch of human skin. That's creepy.
Is it full of human skin or made
No,
of
it was made of human skin. We killed that Molman shaman. He was carrying it.
I think you guys didn't take it, but I just wanted to list it just in case, for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't. It was
Just gross.
creepy.
Where is that on the list?
It's in the second page.
Third item.
It's right below. Yeah, there it is.
Should we
There you
just
go,
strike
Aaron.
that off the list?
Yeah, that's if you want.
That's
That's fine.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely think one of magic users needs that wooden dragon eye staff.
Well, that was stuff. I think that actually had been assigned to somebody, and I can't remember.
Yeah,
You're right.
I was gonna start updating this with some of
Excellent.
those notes.
Because some of those items are already on your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't add it to this list. So
No problem.
Is there any more treasure here? No, these are mostly items.
those are all either known magical items or weapons that have not been identified, or jewelry or specialty items.
I'm just looking for more stuff of monetary value here. It looks like the pile of money, 1,100 gems from a statue, 400, and then some other loose money for maybe another 300.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't I sum that up, and we'll make a split, and then we'll figure out what to give the
What to tithe?
Or maybe we just give all of this loose money to the church because we don't have the full party here.
I have no problem with that.
Neither do I.
Because our needs are taken care of, and Bumble isn't a paladin, but I play him kind of like a goody goody kind of guy.
Well, the priest kind of overhears your talking and says, I will of course accept anything you offer, but please don't bear us, don't give us a huge amount of gold that will be just, that will be so much that the people here will just run off and not come back.
That was kind of my worry too, and that was why I had considered the train of supplies back from town.
Starting one of the first caravans. I think that's a great idea. So leave some money now and then invest when we get back to town into a regular caravan.
Sure. So why don't we do that then? Give up the 300 gold here that's highlighted in the first treasure from the final temple foray. At 100 gold, 200 silver, and 50 copperish. And then we use the 1,100 gold that's deposited back at the guild and purchase some frontier supplies and send those back to the village.
Yeah, tools and such, so they can get their economy going again.
Yeah, foodstuffs, livestock, that kind of stuff. Does that sound like a good plan?
I like it.
Okay. So the priest thanks you profusely. This is way more than he was hoping. He was just wanting something for immediate day-to-day needs to try to, because people were on the brink of starvation. But
we are the cleaning crew.
That's right, and you will be your memories will be passed down from father to son for a long time because of this generosity.
You never know when we may need a place to hide.
See, that was exactly what I was thinking, Mike.
Right.
One day we're going to come need to lay low.
Right. So then you, unless you have anything else you want to do in the village, you're on your way. I guess that's a no. Okay.
Moving on down the road. I have no plans because I thought I hadn't given it any thought. So I personally am done in the village.
Okay. So you head back to the village, head back to the city. You report into the guild. You of course were, this was all requested via the guild from the local conglomeration of United Front of Temple of Law temples. And so as you go to report to them, they, you tell your story. They're very interested in it. They're very concerned about the ability of this demon to possess someone and then leave the shell behind. I'm not sure if that was something that was explained, but the person that you were fighting actually was the shell of the human that the demon had possessed.
Yeah.
And when the jar that he had been trapped in was broken, the demon escaped and burned the person. The Armvel was the human behind and left the human behind, and you were fighting the remnants, almost like a revenant of the human. So
do we know what plane the demon escaped to? Did he stay in the material plane? Did he go somewhere else? Do we know that?
There's been rumblings amongst the variety of high level people in the city, and this is not something you guys are hearing because it's not at your level, but the priests of law there are saying that there have been discussions of forays of others. That's what they call them, the others, and they're unsure where they come from, but they're coming from another place of existence. It's not from our material plane, and so they're very this information for them is very important, but not only for just reclaiming the temple, but also for the history and the information, because they've been.
This is not an isolated incident.
Yeah, over a period of a long time, like 100 years or so, there have been more of these things, and to have a documented a case of it is extremely helpful for their information. And they also kind of, since you guys were already kind of thinking of doing this similar thing, they basically politely say, well, we need to reconstitute the temple, and most of the stuff that you've given us a great service, but most of the stuff that you got was from the temple itself, and therefore our property. So we would ask that you provide any magical items. We don't need those, you can keep them, but we would ask that you would consider a donation for of a good portion of what you have, any monetary items that you've received. And you're able to say, well, we're planning on doing this, so the temple is offering to basically administer and put together the supply train that you were talking about, and that kind of thing.
Right. What about identifying these other items that we've had? Will they do that?
So, you're able to
pro bono, or do we need to pay them to do that? Because we have these, like the bottles of liquid, the short sword.
Right. So through your travels, that's right, Hasheen isn't with you. So Hasheen had the detect magic, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the remainder of people, I don't think have detect magic.
Why isn't Hasheen here? Is this?
Hasheen left with the other half of the party to go.
Oh, okay, all right. So I thought we were still. Oh, I got you.
Right. So this is still the second half that remained to clean the temple. So yeah, they can definitely tell you that they're immediately able to tell you that the bottles of liquid are holy water. Let's see. The long sword.
Good.
The longsword is for the first item. The longsword there is I know we kind of danced around. There was a longsword found that some people found they liked and some people didn't. There was a +1 longsword that's only +1 for lawful people.
There it is.
Okay.
And there was a second longsword I think found. That's just a general +1.
Is that the one Charb has now?
I think so, because I think you passed that other you guys basically figured out that that longsword that he picked up was lawful only, and I think you passed it on to somebody else. So when a second longsword was found, it was given to him.
Is that okay?
So there should be a regular +1 longsword, a +1 longsword that only is +1 for lawful people.
You know what? No, I hate to say this. I only think we found one longsword, and I think it was a lawful one. I think that's what Charb is carrying.
Okay.
So if it's better suited to a lawful person, we'll one of the lawful people that'll use a sword can take it.
Well, I'm lawful, and I can trade you my regular longsword for it.
You mean like a regular? Well, I have a sword.
Oh, okay.
I'm good with that. I won't be weaponless without it. So
I was doing what Nils was doing, talking on mute. So in the list, there are 2 longswords. There's one that's parenthetical for Charb B at the treasure from the temple foray. And then in the master list down at the bottom, there's the magic longsword in the night tomb. which doesn't have any notes about who's carrying it. So
I didn't see that. Okay, I didn't see
maybe there are two. Is Charb lawful or is Charb
neutral?
Charb is neutral. And who is lawful, Peter, that you're talking about taking the magic longsword for?
Bumbles.
Bumbles. So let's give the longsword, +1 longsword to Bumbles.
Yeah, I just checked. There are two +1 longswords.
Okay.
One is
Okay.
lawful only.
One in Charb and one in Bumbles.
Yep.
And I just went into his weapons list and wrote +1 parentheses lawful, and then changed the hit die roll from a D20 +1 to a D20 +2. Does
And
that
then
make
there's
sense?
Yes, and there's also damage.
It also mods your damage too.
Oh, you modified my character sheet already, Nils?
For what?
Sharp to put the +1 longsword in there?
I don't remember doing that.
So that would be damage roll D8 +1.
Yes.
Okay.
What's your strength?
And my strength is 15.
Do you have a damage modifier?
No,
over there?
it says
It's at
0.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
there's
think you need a
also
16 to have a modifier.
Mm-hmm.
there's also a +1 short sword that was found. So,
All right. That. Yeah. Okay.
so that can be.
It's not yet assigned, right?
Right.
I think what I'm going to suggest, guys, is because we're such a large party and because I think we should probably keep a master list of all the treasure, right? Especially like the magic items and things like that, just so we can figure out where it is when we
Who's got
like
what?
when we're trying to brainstorm through a problem or something, and you could say, oh, but what about those dice that Robert has or something?
Yeah, good idea. I think it's an excellent idea.
But once it's parenthetical, it has a PC name in it. That just means it's on their character sheet. So this isn't really to track where the items. Well, it's more or less to track like a, I guess like a snapshot of the character sheet, right? In terms of these magical items or special equipment. So that's what I'm going to suggest we do, and I'm happy to kind of maintain it or update it.
I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
And
So what
especially since we don't meet every week, it helps.
Right. A lot of this stuff I don't remember, like this necklace of gold beads and human bones. Is that magic also, Nils?
No, that's just golden bones.
Decorative.
Monetary value and fertilizer.
Is there? Yeah. Could we estimate the GP value?
Yeah, I'm looking for that right now.
Okay.
100.
Millions. Ooh.
Another 100 gold gold.
Robert is going to keep this as like barter for the natives.
Okay. The intricate wooden fan at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
that's 50 gold piece, just because it's very highly decorated and intricate.
It's a nice custom piece.
And there were a couple of other jewelry items. Did you go out? Did they scroll off to the next page?
Yeah, I'm working down the list now. I'm on to the 27 cubes with runes.
That was actually from
the Kobold Lair.
Right. So that, I think Fingers had those.
Yes, he does.
Those were from the Cobalt Lair. Those are they're not magic. They were basically but they're just dice, effectively, that they were playing with. They are silver, so they are worth, if you have them appraised, they are worth money, but there's nothing magical about them.
Bumbles was writing a game.
Are they with Bumbles or with Fingers?
I'm sorry, Fingers. Fingers is a closet game designer.
The Demon Head gem.
Can't wait for the beta of Night Soil Managers to come out.
That's the next game session. We'll play that. So yeah, the Demon Head. So are you kind of like going through your treasure trove and showing them to the priest to have them help kind of identify things?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So They are very interested in that. It's not magical, it's not cursed, but it seems to be not of this world. It seems like it's not of a. It is a gem. It's shiny and sparkly and clearish, but it's not any kind that they can identify, even with their. You may, they may ask that you leave it with them, and they'll try to do some more analysis, but they've are stumped by it at this point.
Cool. We're unique.
And then the necklace of gold nuggets.
Right, that one. Let me get back to that one.
It actually should read necklace from the Golden Nugget, which is a casino in Reno, Nevada.
200 gold piece. No, nothing special.
Dagger with yellow jewels in the guardian room of Grimsgate number 20.
Yep. So I was smart enough to actually put the information.
That was helpful. Yeah, that was a good
That
idea.
is very helpful.
Oh, here we go. Oops. Why do I keep going down? 20. I've oversized this so much I can't read it. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that one they're unsure as to what's going on with it, but it's not a nice thing. There might be some monetary value to it, but they're saying that it's not something that should be kept by a general person, and they'd be happy to
Dispose
take
of
it
it.
as a hazardous waste dump for you.
Yeah, we're happy. We're happy to help.
What was that?
A necklace.
The dagger with yellow jewels that was found
Oh.
in one of the tombs, it's not a nice thing, and the priests are offering to dispose it for you.
Nice.
Excellent.
The dragon staff would be, it's identified above.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The bracelet with the blue stones, that is 150 gold.
Ooh. See, we can be generous because we got plenty of dough.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is the magical brooch from the guardian room.
Right. That went with Hasheen, so he's not here to have them look at it. But he is able to.
So where did we split up? Did we split up back at the village?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before we made that second foray into the dungeon, or third foray into the dungeon, I think we had split.
Right.
That sounds familiar.
And the ruby necklace is worth 500 gold.
Wow, that's some ruby.
Well, it's a lot of rubies. It's a necklace of rubies.
Mm. We have good taste. And we can bring the bling.
More dice. Gem dice found in a pentagram.
Oh, yeah.
These are worth. Also have a value of some sort, but it is also made of the same stuff of the demon head gem, so it is also equally not
Unearthly.
of this world.
Wow. Creepy and cool at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of tempted to roll them. Let's see, similar demon.
Gibwood.
Stick your hand in the hole. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Be my guest. Okay.
And Gib has to show up because we need that goddamn whistle.
A necklace of gold beads and human bones. I think we've already got that one.
Yep,
covered.
I think we covered the rest of the stuff.
That's the one you wanted to use.
3 bottles
as
of
a
the clear
trinket.
liquid, which are the holy water.
Mm-hmm.
The fan we got, and the short sword we got, right?
So I think the short sword is not assigned yet.
It
No,
is
it
not. Mhm. Nor is
Okay.
it holy water, nor is a lot of this stuff. So
Right. Well, I mean, speaking of weapons, specifically
Right,
practical things,
right.
the jewelry and stuff can go into your guild bank account for later, but for practical items.
Yeah, we need to
but the
dole
other-
them out. Mhm.
Right. But the other thing is that these items for right now are going to stay with this half the party, which is not going to be what we're using. So we can
Right.
you can leave them where they are and figure it
Yeah,
out.
we could put them in the guild vaults, I guess,
Right.
if we needed to.
Right.
This Chris knife that had no properties. It was just
No. Mm-mm.
I just don't want to let it go.
okay. It's just a normal one of those wiggly knives, right, Chris?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
And who's got that, Peter?
Fingers.
Because it's cool.
Right, exactly. It's got style.
Potion of displacement. What does that do?
That was given to you by the hermit at the end of that as kind of a thank you.
That's right.
And let me see if I can see if it's in the rules. If there's a cloak of displacement.
Give us more than one.
No, there was one potion of displacement, and it's a potion version of the cloak. And the cloak says it appears to be a slightly different location, off from the reality by a foot or so. The wearer's armor class is improved by 2, and the cloak also grants a +2 saving throw against targeted attacks. The potion, I'd have to look it up, but it's like there's a couple of hour, maybe like a D6 hour length of duration.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use that, and then during that period of time, you'll have this effect.
That right? A +2 AC and a +2 save versus missile attacks.
Or targeted attacks, so like a magic missile.
Direct fire magic.
Direct fire, of whatever kind.
Sorry, ma'am. Your son was killed by friendly fire magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's adventurous music.
All right. So, anything else that you want to complete with this half of the party before we move on?
I just want to go over. I'm looking at the list that you've got, and you've got Charb with the +1 lawful sword in 2 different spots.
That makes it a +2, right?
Well, you're the GM.
Charb's feeling very straight of the road all of a sudden.
And speaking of which, Charb in this last adventure made 3rd level.
Yes. So I need to roll a die.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Robert's thief half made 3rd level, but because both halves have to
before I take the average of the hit
so
dice.
they both have to be 3rd level before you get a new die.
Mm-hmm. But it might mean my thief abilities increase.
Right.
Cool. That would be nice.
Yeah.
All right. So I roll a hit die for new dice, right?
Thief powers activate.
Nice.
I got to step away for just a minute, guys.
Plus whatever
Plus,
stamina bonus that you might have.
So I get a +1 for con.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
That's 9 points.
9. So my hit points go up to 24.
Dang.
Now, are you sure that one of those +1 swords is not lawful and that there are indeed 2 swords?
Yes, I checked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the demon head gem, we're going to leave with the priests. Was that the party decision?
I believe so.
Okay. And the same for the gem dice that were found in the pentagram. Though I suppose Fingers kind of wants them for his game design.
I think the priests just want them so that they can play.
But yeah, they've got their own game they want to play.
I'm back. Am I still alive?
Yeah, we were just debating whether or not Fingers wanted the gem dice from the pentagram for his game design efforts.
Oh, yes. I think I got gold and silver dice. This is it.
Well, they are otherworldly, so similar to
Ooh.
the demon stuff. It's just a cautionary tale, but
Bumbles probably wouldn't, but Fingers will definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Is it a paradise, Nils?
Yeah. Yes, you have reached paradise.
Ah, crap, we are dead.
Aaron, I'm looking at my Google Hangout screen, and at the top it says you're screen sharing, and then there's a button that says present to everyone. Are you guys not seeing my screen sharing?
No, we are. I think
Okay.
present to everyone just means you dump the feed directly to the Hangout.
I guess I understand the difference, but that's fine, just as long as it's working.
If you don't dump the feed directly to the Hangout, whoever's talking will pop up unless you lock to a specific avatar.
Got it.
So what I usually do is when I'm playing a game, I just lock to my own avatar because I hate seeing it bounce around to everybody else.
I just realized that and did that just did that. So, okay, great.
But if you presented to everyone, then it would lock to your screen present.
Right, got it. Okay. All right. Are we ready to move on to the Elven lackeys?
Sure. I imagine lackeys as necessary allies.
There you go. So to review,
you're making a joke. I thought you'd actually been reading the Silmarillion and had used a word. There's a lackeys. It's a Sylvan word for honored messengers.
Only you would know that, Mike.
No,
only he would make it up.
Something like that up.
I tell him the story about Jaw Cozy. Maybe another time. Okay. So at one point in the middle of the dungeon delve into the evil temple, you had returned back to the village to rest up, and there was a message waiting there for Hashin saying that there was an urgent call from the Sealy Court. He is, for those that are unfamiliar, Sealy Court is basically the ruling elven body, and Hashin recently became an official knight paladin type of the Sealy Court, so he has an obligation to serve them. So, and the note also said, please bring anyone with mining experience. So, Hashin, Fingers, Crane, and Dolan left the next morning to rush back to the city, and they arrived back at the city and go directly. There's a kind of a representative, or it's the right one. Here we go. There's basically the head elf area in the city. There's not actually like an ambassador or something like that, but there's the most senior elf. Oops, hold on. Oh, great. Okay, the most senior elf that in the city that you go address, because he would be the place that they the person that would be most likely to understand what's going on. Sorry, I had a map default or mess up that I needed to fix while I was talking. So, okay, what happened to? I'm looking for a handout. Sorry, just a minute. Access.
Hey, I work for a living.
Okay, there we go. So it looks like I missed adding some things here. Just a minute. Okay, so you approach the city. You go up to the house, the court, or the complex that this senior elf lives in. And you probably I've shared a picture of the house with you. Hopefully, you're seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Hashin presents himself to the doorman or the person there, and you're ushered into the a waiting room where you wait. And as
convenient.
you are waiting, you're offered some refreshments from your travel, and
They slip us a roofie.
right. And then finally, an elf that, from his demeanor and his accoutrement and vestments, Hasheen recognizes as someone of great stature within the Elven community. It's not someone that he's met personally, but he introduces himself as Baron Perkarin. He is representing the Sealy Court on business and cultural activities within the city, and he has an urgent task for you, and had heard that there was a knight of the Sealy Court in the area, and this is imperative to Elven kind, and so has asked that you, Hasheen, and anyone else come to assist in this matter.
Did he say an odious task?
No.
Oh, okay.
You just like odious tasks.
Right. So he explains, Hasheen, from your growing up and knowledge of the Elven culture, there is a gem called Azurite. It is highly, highly praised by the Elven artisans. It is a gem that's frequently worked into any and all ceremonial items that they can. It's rumored to be something that's worked into the throne of the Sealy Court itself, and it's very important to the Elven culture. The reason it's so important is because it glows a light blue in conjunction, or when it's near magic. So it's while it is not it's not
It's not magic in itself. It merely indicates magic.
well, right, and it can store a little bit of magic itself, and so items can be made out of it that while not magical themselves can be useful. Like, for example, they can make a lantern out of it, where this gem would be set up as the as like in the place of the flame, and if you cast a light spell on it, it would last for like 2 or 3 times longer than a normal light spell, and it would be a blue non-magical light, allowing the elves or a blue non-heat sourced light, allowing elves to continue to use their infravision and things like
that. Magical catalyst.
Exactly, yeah. And it's pretty. I mean, anytime there's some sort of ceremonial event, there's going to be magic going on, and it enhances the look of it. So, but due to a dwindling supply of it over time, the ability to work the very volatile gems has been lost effectively. But this Baron Perkarin has been a patron of a blacksmith to try to rediscover this art of working these gems, and the blacksmith has combed through the ancient Elven texts and has found what he believes he needs to be able to work the gems, but he needs a source of them. And in this in the text, he found a reference to a mine that had rumored to possibly have been a source of it, but then there was a cave-in, and the elves lost control of the land, and because the knowledge of how to work the gem died out, then the need for the gem also died out. So the existence of the mine and its purpose, original purpose, had been lost also to time until this blacksmith did the research. And it just so happens it's not too far from the city, of course. Very convenient. So he asks that you go visit his blacksmith. They have a blacksmith shop set up in this complex area, and they ask that you go visit him, and then he will provide any information. The blacksmith will provide any information necessary to have you go participate in this, in retrieving the gems for him, to then reconstitute or invigorate the use of this gym in the Elven cultures. And hold on, got a phone call.
Doctor Who.
Hello?
No, it's Peter Cushing.
Oh, it sounded like the Doctor Who theme.
Peter Cushing was Doctor Who
Oh, was he?
in these two really bizarre little Doctor Who movies.
Oh, the one where he's not a Time Lord, he's an inventor.
Well, yeah, and they're actually working a way to put him into the canon.
Yeah, I read that, and what the story is that those are movies made
Yeah,
because someone had actually met the Doctor. That's delightful.
did you just shut us down?
I need to make a quick phone call. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Alrighty.
It's his bail bondsman. I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm painting a Greek.
Again.
Yeah. And one of the figures that came with the hassle free, he did a mythic version of her, as he called it, and it's a loose. It's not quite Wonder Woman, but it's Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to paint it up in traditional Greek.
I've been stuck painting cars. Mad Max Million.
How's that going?
Good. Tom's going to let me use some of his, but still, I think I'm going to have an abundance. My goal is to have 12 teams
That you can kind of choose from at the table, sort of
the
thing.
players can play. Yeah, because I'm looking to have 8 sign-up players, and then I'll have 4 spots for people that show up. I'm calling them golden ticket spots.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I just finished. But I could find it.
Because I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket.
Exactly.
Someone says a roll 20 music hop higher than mine.
What's higher? What?
That sounds like the roll 20 music from Nils's game.
He's muted.
Yeah, I don't have it up on mine either. So
You probably do. You just don't know. There's a volume slider that you can control the music with. Neil's probably broadcasting the music to the game itself. So in the settings, you can slide the music up or down.
yeah, well there it is. I thought I had it lower than it was. So
Okay, so I'm back.
Why am I hearing all of this? Hey, man.
So, are there any, Hasheen, are you having any comments before you move on to the blacksmith?
I know. I actually.
do we have a dwarf in the party?
We had somebody that had some mining experience. I thought that we were playing along for that specific reason.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's Brian.
Dolan is.
Oh, okay.
He is running a dwarf.
He's drinking.
Yeah, he's out watching the horses.
He's
apparently.
drinking in the tavern.
Right.
How do I turn this music down? I didn't see the slider. I'm sorry.
Go into
it's fine.
settings.
And you can control
Oh,
whatever
settings.
broadcast into your world.
So, were there any questions or comments before?
I can't think of anything. Seems pretty concise. What else? I mean, aside from the fact that it's nearby and it was lost, but we know it's nearby, has it been recently rediscovered? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he discovered it in research.
Right. Yeah. The blacksmith found out that there was a rumored source nearby that had been.
Okay, so the blacksmith will know more about it than
Yes.
the Perkarin. Okay, so we can ask him any pertinent questions about the site.
Yeah. Okay. So he ushers you on to the blacksmith. Blacksmith introduces himself as Welland Farlight. It looks like he has a pretty nice blacksmith shop set up. He has stuff for sale if you guys are interested in buying anything. But Hasheen, you know that elven weapons, elven-made weapons, while very beautiful and incredibly intricate, are also, in a practical sense, a little bit weaker than the normal human or dwarven-made weapons. So anything purchased will have a chance of breaking or failing over time. And you, of course, Hasheen, still use elven weapons just because you're an elf. But
You have racial pride.
right, racial pride. But
Is that because he knows the finesse of how to use them and how to care for them, kind of thing? And grunty humans would
right, yeah. Humans won't take care of them with the care and commitment that an elf will appreciating the workmanship.
So a human when they're talking about a cut for an elf is really more like some sort of cleaving, chopping blow, whereas an elf is actually delivering a true cut.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell who's a fencer here.
Exactly.
So he does have armor and weapons for sale. If you have anything, I can review a price chart if there's anything you're interested in buying. Up to all the way up to plate, shield, ring, mail, chain, plate, and the regular standard weapon types. But beyond that, he explains that as he kind of reiterates what Periclin said, that he'd been tasked and patronized by this guy in a patron way, not patronizing way, that he to rediscover the lost art of working with this Azurite gem. That through going through many months of pouring through libraries and accounts, he believes he's been able to find the key magic and workmanship ability to start working with it again. But there are no outstanding sources of raw Azurite available currently, so he would need to get some. And in his research, he's found a mine. It was mining other stuff, stuff that he didn't even really care to note, but probably like gold or whatever, stuff that's not interested in him.
Throwaway stuff.
Yeah, more boring stuff. But then there was there was this Azurite discovery, and the people that were mining it were not elves, and so they didn't know what it was. And there was a heavy collapse, rockfall that blocked off the mine, and since then it was just left and not just because the main thing that they were mining, whatever it was petering out. They decided not to reopen the mine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I just realized this is turning into an episode of Poldark. So he's had some scouts out there, and it looks like there are people inhabiting the mine, humans of some sort. And so it's not completely empty. There are sentient beings living there, and using that as their base. Probably some sort of bandit group. Something looks from the looks of them, but he didn't. The scouts were just to observe and report. It's in a valley in the middle of a forest, and he has a map to where it is, and it's about a half a day's travel away. So you could probably easily refit today, leave tomorrow, and be there by midday tomorrow if
perfect.
With your travel time. He will. So because there was speaking out of the game, out of character, out of GM, whatever.
Meta.
There's a benefit of having a mining person with you, and so I never actually got a response from Brian, but I'm going to let you guys take Dolan with you, and
maybe we could hire
that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a better idea.
Like a retainer or something, and
hire an expert.
Yeah,
right.
We'll hire an expert, and we'll just use Dolan's character as that expert, and then reset anything that goes bad.
Oh, anything that breaks, like dying
or dies.
Right.
So basically, you have
Aaron likes to kill Brian's characters.
You have one layer of a blade of armor right now. So So yeah, so Dolan said, "No, I'm not helping any elf. Those pointy ears things, they don't know how to. Their weapons break as soon as you touch them. I won't help them at all." Blah 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 blah, and went off to the guild hall to drink. So you've been able to pick up another
a non-dwarf expert.
Non-dwarf expert, right?
That's dwarf-like.
Right.
He's very short.
Half dwarf.
Yeah.
So
Dude. I'm sorry.
No, just the concept of half dwarf. I actually no.
Okay. So he gives you Welland gives you information on where the mine is. There's the senior elf mentioned, the azurite is very volatile, so you have to be very careful with how you mine it. He'll give you Welland gives you a hammer and a chisel that has been slightly enchanted to try to absorb some of that instability.
Mm-hmm.
But things will go much better if you have the mining expert do the mining and not you guys. And he does say that there is a chance if things go, if during the mining process, if there's a bad strike or something, the gems could explode and cause damage.
Well, this was my next question. How volatile is volatile? And it sounds like it's like, explosively volatile.
It's not going to it might cause the person mining some damage. It's not going to explode and kill the whole party.
So it wasn't azurite that caused the cave-in.
Or it might have been a large portion of azurite that they were doing something with and the whole thing blew. But yes, it doesn't seem to be that. So let me just check my notes real quick.
Is Welland truly a smith? Is that all he works on? Or is it just arms and armor? Or does he work on jewelry as well?
Right now he's done arms and armor, but he has also done jewelry so that he can part of his incentive, of course, Hasheen being a member of the court, you're obligated to do this, but a part of his incentive is that he will be able to, with the small fragments that are too small to really do anything with, he can make small azurite items for you for use in your personal use, like just having a small chip of it on a necklace will help you immediately determine if something's magical.
Okay,
I'm liking this.
Is it possible to use him as an identification source for an item?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got something that we brought back out of the guardian room. I've got a brooch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go find that. Yeah, he'll look at that and determine that it is a brooch of protection. It gives you a +1 on saving throws. But that's nice. It. No armor or class or anything like that.
Was that a +1 AC?
A +1 saving throw.
Saving throw.
Saving throw.
Yeah, that's right. I was checking. There we go. Just a second. Let me read about.
I'll be right back.
Read about the part where it makes us invincible. That's my favorite part.
Right. Okay.
I'm telling you, this chrome non-metallic metal is a tough thing to figure out.
Chrome, eh?
Well, I got Perseus here holding the Medusa's head, and he's got a shield. And at first, I was just going to figure out what symbol to put on. And I go, wait a minute, it's got to be a mirror.
Mm-hmm. So well, you could go the Sullen's route and burnish the metal.
Well, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, what a headache that would be.
Yeah.
Now I think I'm going to go on YouTube and find a non-metallic metal Earth Sky demo. Because I'm looking at pictures of it and I can kind of get it, but it's still not quite right.
Pictures of what?
Non-metallic metal Earth Sky reflection.
Oh.
I'm trying to make a chrome surface. A mirrored surface.
I don't even try.
Yeah.
Why not just polish up the middle of the figure?
Yeah, that's what Aaron was saying. Just that's
okay.
that's the Sullen's technique.
Okay, so of course, Wellen has not worked directly with the Azurite, so he can't really say how volatile it is. But there are records of miners, just miners. So basically, I'm trying to figure out a way to say regular miners, non-adventurer miners are going to have not too many hit points. I mean, they're going to be like level 1 characters.
Your zero level characters only have D4 hit points.
You're thinking of a different game. But
right,
yes.
but the analogy works.
Right. Okay. So the records of that regular miners would be severely injured by a bad stability strike or instability, an unstable gem shattering and exploding. So there you go.
So it's risky. It's risky to work. It's risky to mine, and it's probably risky to work. And
yes,
we're just advised to be careful. And we've been provided with special equipment.
Yes.
And we hired an expert.
Our expert. So the expert's carrying that special equipment.
Yes, and
mother noting it.
Once, from what he's read, once the Azurite's mined, transporting is not a problem. It's just the force of the striking of it to try to break pieces off. That's the problem. It is large. I mean, hopefully you'll be coming back with some large pieces, and it is sharp. So it might be hard to transport, but it's not dangerous to transport.
It's not volatile.
Right. Once it's separated.
So while we're here still with Wellen, I'd like to take the opportunity to buy a handful of javelins from him, say like 4.
Okay.
And a dagger.
Okay, let me get back to that. Okay, so
we had a dagger with yellow gems in the pommel you could have had.
I bet.
Don't touch it, it's evil.
Micro 19. No, way too much. Okay, so oh, there we go. 5.
It's the thing that is absurd. Or
okay, so
we're half wits we sing, dance, and murder.
Javelin is half a gold. So normally a javelin is 0.5 or half a gold. These javelins will be 2 gold each.
Okay.
And
but they're very pretty.
So that's 8. I want to get 4. Okay.
And you said something else?
A dagger.
Dagger.
Is this a dagger I see before me?
Daggers are normally 2. This one's 5.
Okay.
This guy's got a hell of a markup.
Well, it's obviously paying for the quality, and Machine appreciates the quality. He's a connoisseur of elven weapons.
That's it.
Ooh.
So, anything else before you head out?
No.
I think I'm
not from fingers.
Before we head out from here, I think there's some things, some equipment that I'd like to pick up.
Right.
Before we head out to the valley.
Right. Yeah. So for right now, anything more with the blacksmith?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. So then for the rest of the day, you're able to, and of course, both the Elven official and Wellen blacksmith stress that until they are able to produce these items, they ask that you not talk about it, don't speak of it.
Of course.
We're getting it on the ground floor.
Right. Yeah. It's a pyramid scheme that they're, if you get more people to join, so you can, and they the expert that you hire, please, don't share too much about what it is that you're doing until you get there, kind of thing. Don't pay them and then let them go out drinking for the evening, talk about what you're doing, kind of stuff. So, okay. So then, what are you wanting? What else are you wanting to pick up?
So I'd like to get a couple sacks for transporting.
Okay.
Do we have access to a pack animal? Do we want a pack animal? We're going to be carting this azurite out.
Probably a good idea.
Okay. So you can buy a mule for 20 gold, or the guild has a
Rent a mule.
contract agreement with the Ostlers Guild. The Adventurers Guild has a contract with the Ostlers Guild that you can effectively rent a mule for 2 gold a day, assuming that you return it in the same condition that you borrowed it
All
in.
legs must be attached.
That's right.
I say we rent one.
Okay.
Otherwise, the depreciation kills you.
And sacks, you have 1 gold for a 15-pound capacity, 2 gold for a 30-pound capacity. You could get a backpack for 5 gold for 30-pound capacity.
Well, let's get 2 of the 30-pound sacks so we can balance the load on the mule. Or actually, let's get 4. I don't know how much we're coming back with. Or tends to weigh sometimes 5 to 10 times as much as whatever's pulled out.
Right. Because we're not bringing back pure azurite. There's going to be a lot of other crap in there with it too.
And and there's chests. There's a chest for 2 gold pieces. It doesn't say how big it is, but I don't see, other than that, I don't see any other containers that might be of use unless there's something specific that you want.
Yeah, sacks are fine. What else do we need? I want to get some candles.
Okay. Those are a copper a piece.
Okay.
Did we remember rations? Do we all have rations?
Yeah, top up on rations.
Aaron likes to starve us, so it's good to top up on rations.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay.
Fingers travels light.
Light fingers, yep. So you for the night, unless there's anything else you want to do in the city, the next morning you pick up your expert. You've put a call out to you posted something on the guild bulletin board, and one of your fellow guild members stepped forward, who also happens to be a dwarf that is of less racist demeanor. He's willing to, while he doesn't mind working for elves if there's going to be money, but since so
he's not working for elves; he's working for us.
That's right. One of which is an elf. So same thing.
Good point.
So you travel out to the follow the map, travel out to the mine. You go into a pretty heavy forest area. You go down into a valley, heavy forest area, and the dwarf is like confused, thinking, "What kind of mine is in the forest? This is obviously an elven mine. There's no mountains around here. Why are we going into a forest if we're going to a mine?" But he's here for the money, so he'll keep going. So you approach the mine and are able to. This is kind of what it looks like. You're able to see it. There's kind of a clearing out in front of it, and so you're able to see it from afar. You're not actually that close, but that's basically what it looks like. And but you can also, if you watch it for a little while, you can also see a a little bit of smoke coming out from the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
If you, with the elven senses and extra quiet and everything, you can hear something going on inside. You can hear, habitation noises of some sort.
So is this in one wall of the valley? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not really. We'd have to climb up into the hills of the valley to see if there was another way in.
Correct. And it's pretty well forested too. It would be a pretty difficult climb, and just from the fact that you see smoke coming out here implies there's, at least nearby, there's not another way out because the smoke might go out the other way. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Are there any other habitations around the mine area? Did we run across any?
No.
Okay,
no, you're basically, we're following an animal trail to get here. And this has been abandoned long enough that looking around, I mean, obviously, this having been a mine, there is an area cleared around out front for, mine buildings and that kind of stuff. But it's been, long enough that there's really you can see maybe piles of boards or, piles of something that might have been signs of habitation outside the mine area, but there's nothing left of any significance. It's probably been at least 50, if not longer, years ago that this mine has been abandoned for its mine purposes, and everything's overgrown and fallen down and all that stuff out front.
Cool beans.
Is that fingers up in the front rank looking at the mine and the black,
like,
and then it's
I can see my name.
Yeah.
Is not everybody seeing everybody's name?
I don't see names, no.
Yeah, because the token is controlled by a specific player, so they only see
Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah, that's fingers.
Yeah, I see fingers.
Yeah, if you go into your token controls, you can click on there's a toggle for show nameplate. I
can do that.
No, the GM can do it, but it has to be. But then the token has to be controlled by all players for everybody to see the nameplate. It can, I think.
Oh,
yeah, which is what I'm doing now. I think should be fixing that.
Uh-huh.
So our nameplate's showing up.
I see Hashim.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did this last time on the other half of the party. But
I think you did.
Not on this part. Into one. Okay. All right. So is everyone?
No, I don't see. I'm not seeing Jack. Oh, there we go. I had to click.
Yeah, I clicked something and then it.
Yeah, it just has to refresh.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I all of a sudden have lost the ability to select characters. Okay. So let me see if I can still do that on the other ones. Oops. Okay, something's weird here.
You might be on a funny layer.
Oh,
you have to be on the token. Well, it depends on which token, which layer the token is on, but you have to be on that layer to touch it.
Oh, I am on the token layer.
What is the token? Well, must be because we're looking at it.
Yeah, or it could be on the map layer. The tokens could be on the map layer.
I just switched my mouse. Let me go back to my old mouse.
Use a rat, it's bigger. Speaking of which, I got one on my wall. Little fucker.
Oh, yeah, we get him up in the attic occasionally.
Yeah, I think he's coming down from there, so we'll put a trap up there and see if that helps.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Yeah, that's their favorite thing.
Oh,
actually, my experience has been don't put anything in the trap. Just put it in there, run.
They'll go right over it.
Yeah, and if you put it up against the wall, and then take I usually use a piece of plywood or something. I'll lean it so that it makes a little tent over the trap.
So they're inclined to go.
A little tunnel. We actually had one that got clipped. We were sitting down eating dinner, and the best I can assume is it got clipped by the trap
Mm.
and it didn't die right away.
Oh, so it's slamming around up there.
Yeah, it was like flopping around. It sounded like somebody playing basketball.
Okay, I got it fixed. I was just not clicked on the pointer selection, and so I wasn't able to select anything.
Oh, you didn't have the right tool selected.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going again. So you see the door, you see smoke coming out, you can hear people or something doing something inside.
I remember a first temple fight that we almost died in because we didn't reconnoiter. I think we need to do a little reconnoitering.
Should we
Keep an eye on it, see how many we see going in and out.
Yeah, should we just sit and watch
I think that's a good idea.
for like maybe an hour, 2 hours or something?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anybody coming in or out. You hear a variety, increase and decrease and decrease of noise over time. Maybe sounding like some arguments, maybe sounding like, not so much conversation at a variety of times, but there's nobody that comes in or out.
Okay.
Do we want to wait for them to settle down and go? I mean, it's going to be dark in there no matter what time we go in.
Oh, right. And maybe your infravision, you could spy a little bit into the entrance of the
Good point.
Yeah.
of the mine. See, I don't see if I have any. I have a candle.
I brought candles.
Oh wait, double check. I'm pretty sure Fingers has a lantern, but I better double check that. Yes, I have a lantern and 6 vials of oil. Rope, iron spikes, and vials of cobalt black blue goo.
Oh, that cobalt black goo.
Mm-hmm. That was a poison or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it 2 of them?
Yes, I have 2 vials of that.
Sorry, who has that?
That would be Fingers. Yeah.
That's potion of inaccuracy. So it's a -1 to hit for 10 minutes, and the targets get a save. And
so if I drink the potion, it causes inaccuracy in others or in me?
Well, it's sort of implied in the description here that you might be able to coat your weapons with it.
Yeah. You can.
So it's sort of like a potion. It's a poison, maybe rather than a.
So if you hit somebody, they have to save.
Yes.
Yeah, poison of inaccuracy.
Right.
And there are 2 vials of this stuff, and
you can. I think you get 3 weapons coating or
12 missiles. Yeah.
Or 12. Yeah.
So that's kind of shifty.
That's why the thief is carrying it.
Oh, and I think we just figured out who has a short sword, because I have sword short parentheses magic written on here.
And
obviously you've done some time in the military.
Phineas is carrying that, correct?
Fingers, yeah.
Pardon me, Fingers. Wrong.
I don't know. What did we decide that is? Is that a plus anything?
+1.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm making a unilateral. Well, it's not unilateral because I'm sharing it with you. I'm going to give the holy water to Robert.
Oh, because he's a cleric, right?
Not Robert, to Siverton.
And that's 2 vials of that, right?
Yeah, there's 3 vials of that, but that's back in the city, not with this part.
Right. So actually, let me adjust my statement. As you watch them for a while, you see one human, kind of scruffy looking, come out and go relieve himself off in the bushes somewhere.
Okay.
Do you want to dry gulch him?
Yeah, get him.
Let's wait till he finishes peeing, though.
They get messy otherwise.
That's right.
Whoa! Pee all over everybody.
Maybe Fingers could sneak up on him, like move silently, and
I'm happy to try that.
And I don't have any missile weapon.
I'll take up a backfield with javelins to cover him, see if he in case he cuts and runs or cut him off.
yeah, and I'll just I'm in plate mail, so I'm probably little use here unless things go really bad fast.
So I think Fingers is 3rd level.
I think he is. Let's see.
That would be a 30% chance to move silently.
He is 3rd level. I need to update his stats there.
Steefy stuff.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I have it at 20. So
That's 1st level. So you really need to update your stats.
yeah, I'll have to look that up.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a 30% chance.
Yep.
That's a D100.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I don't have funky dice.
I'm sad. I like funky dice.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, I make it.
Wow, nice.
I'll be too surprised.
So you sneak up on him. So what are you going to do as he's like?
Just before he's pulling his pants back up, now that he's done, I'm going to step up behind him with a knife and say, I suggest you don't make a sound.
Okay, so you're lucky he is only going pee.
Otherwise, he would have been facing us. What?
Or otherwise, I might have stepped in it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So okay. So let me see here. Oh, come on. Let's just okay. Okay. He's if he had needed to go poo, he would be scared. He would be unable to because he's scared shitless at this point. So he's like shaking and like, what?
Gonna very quietly lead him away back to where the rest of the group is.
Okay. And he's like his eyes are darting around. He's like panicked and
then does he look like a rogue carrying lots of weapons, or does he look like just some poor homeless guy living in a mine?
he's got fighting weapons. He's not homeless. He's got a bit of low level armor and
he's probably not a nice person.
Yeah, and he's got he doesn't have a sword with him, but you could see that there's like a loop on his belt that a sword sheath would go through. That kind of thing.
Very good. So when I get him back to the group, with a smile on my face,
look what I found.
Yeah.
I brought him home. He followed me home. Can I keep him?
That's it. I promise to clean up after him.
So, should we interrogate him? Let's ask him, see how
many are there, how well armed they are.
Who are they?
So, his name is Killian. He says like he's like you're able to get some stuff out of him, but he's like I said, he's pretty scared. He says that there's Crazy Carlton this is his bandit gang. They're using this as a base of operation to raid whatever they can in the area. It's nice and secure, and nobody knows about it, obviously until now. There's besides Crazy Carlton, there's a total of 6 people, including himself. So there's a total of 7 in there, including him. So I guess 6 now. And they've been here for a couple of months, raiding and stealing and doing bad things.
Bad things.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for that to stop.
Okay. How does the law work in these parts?
We're the law.
Are we?
Are you Judge Dredd?
Well, there is no law. I mean, it's right. This is a frontier.
Okay, so do we have any kind of requirement with the guild to hand over do batters or things like that?
No. I mean, if you want to
So
be
we're
really
basically
mean, you could just. I'm sorry, what?
So we're murder hobos.
Effectively, yeah.
Yeah.
You could be less murdery hobos. You could be more hobo, or you could be more murderer.
Well, we're the cleaning crew, even though at the moment we have to clean this out too. All right, so I'm just saying.
And Hasheen, as your your direction is to get the gems,
Okay.
and so you can interpret it that however you like.
What is their what's their situation look like inside the mine? Are they just camped out inside the entryway there, or have they established themselves?
There's a main room.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a cooking fire going. There's a table. They're basically sitting around playing cards until they hear of another target to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of bedrooms. One room they've turned into a storage room. One room a couple of them sleep in. Sorry, can you mute me again? Hello?
Okay, here's my thought. Let's gag and truss this guy up against the tree,
Mm-hmm.
and wait and see who comes looking for him.
Oh, and just take them out kind of one by one, whittle down their numbers a little bit.
Yeah, I think that we just need to deal with these guys quickly and quietly, because I don't think they're going to be the main thing that we need to worry about in here. I think they're just clogging up the entrance.
I think you're right.
Right.
But I like your thinking.
Let's just see if we can get a couple of them to wander out and go, oh, I wonder where Bob went.
Yoink!
So maybe we put Crane kind of hiding over here beside the edge of the entrance. I mean, this is just relative, right, in terms. And then you guys have missile weapons, don't you? Both
Yes, I have a crossbow.
Hasheen, and maybe you dose up your arrows with that kobold goo.
I was thinking, the best thing to do is arrows. I was going to talk to you guys about that. Which, by the way, since we're kind of off game at the moment, I had listed on Finger's character sheet, it says 2 vials of holy water, but I assume that you want to give those all to the cleric, right? So
those might be from earlier adventures, so that before we started doing this kind of tracking.
Okay.
Those two, if you remember, there was that fountain that you guys found just before the big demon fight.
Mm-hmm.
Those vials of holy water were from that.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 liquid vials were vials that were in one of the treasure troves.
Right.
So
the ones Fingers has are the ones he filled up from the fountain.
Yes.
Very good. All right.
Okay.
I just added from fountain.
Right.
And I also noticed for some reason in the notes section, I have listed wants to get holy water. I'm not sure why I want it, but
well, you have. So
you got it.
Ding.
You were impressed by use.
Maybe it's back from when I smelled like a fish. I don't know.
Fish fingers, yes. So I missed the beginning of your plan. You were going to allow them to start coming out looking for him and take him out.
So we're gonna truss the guy up and out of sight and gag him, and then wait to see who comes out. Take those guys out.
Got it. Okay,
guys, I'm going to go on mute for a few minutes. Barb's here to pick up Tico.
Okay.
How did I roll that multiple times? Okay.
I just saw it roll once.
Right. It just sounded like it was multiple times.
Oh, because I think Mike's has an open mic.
Oh, do I need to do something to my mic?
No, you don't. You're fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nils was just wondering why he heard the alert twice. He heard it echoed back from your session.
I actually saw the die roll twice, but I guess not. Maybe I was just crazy. Anyway.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Now I saw a second D6 hit the table, one for 3.
I rolled that one as a test to see if I could.
Oh, replicate the issue. Okay.
So Crane's hiding around the corner. Are the rest of you guys kind of like positioning yourself hidden out in the clearing somewhere or off in the trees?
Just kind of like, yeah, to to give them enough time to come out of the entrance so that we can block it, so they can't go running back in.
Mm-hmm.
And even if we can get them to wander, I mean, obviously they're going to be somewhat on alert because they're looking for somebody who's not there.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm going to step away for a second now.
So we kind of take up flanking positions, Mike, around the entrance to the
that's
mine.
a good idea. Who's not missile armed?
The guys in the south are not.
So we probably ought to get one of those two, which I guess would be you.
Oh, swap it.
To be the blocker.
Yeah. If I mean, it depends on how many run out, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's what I was planning on sort of waiting for. You know, if we can get 3 or 4 of them out, then we can start a melee if we need to at the mine entrance and deal with that problem.
Okay, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
Is Peter back yet?
He's not, but I guess we could play on until it got critical.
So again, I'm sorry. Again, can you outline your plan?
Sure. Do you want to outline it, Mike?
Sure. Yeah. So the concept is we're gonna wait here until one or two, whatever, if they send a search party, whether it's just one guy, 2 or 3 or whatever, and we're gonna wait until they start to come out and try and pick one off that comes out the farthest. If it's only one of them, Crane's gonna slide in to block the entrance so that they can't run back in. We're gonna just try and generate as quick and dirty a fight as we can, giving them no advantage whatsoever.
Right.
So if several of them come out, then what we're going to want to try and do is block them right around the doorway to keep them from running back in.
Okay.
Take them out as quick as we can.
And so, I know Crane's hidden around the corner, but are the rest also near the doorway?
We've taken flanking positions and kind of like a light cover.
Okay.
What do you think the distance you should be off from the edge of that with the missile armed troops? Like 30 feet, 60 feet?
Yeah, just whatever it takes to toss it. Well, I'm just thinking about tossing one weapon and closing.
Oh, okay, so pretty close then, like 30
Yeah.
feet, probably. Enough to like missile and then charge. Does that work for you in terms of a rough outline of how
Yes.
we're going to approach the snails? Okay.
Yeah. So we are about to get into action, so we'll just wait for Peter to come back.
Okay. And you're broadcasting your session. Are you recording it too, Nils?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Through your doppelganger account.
Yeah. So Brian can watch.
Oh, so Brian can stay caught up, right?
And watch his character die again.
Not his character.
Right. So that's strange. On the sharing account, I'm seeing Crane directly in front of the door, but on my GM account, I don't see him. It's off to the side.
Click on your screen and it'll refresh.
Yeah, click on the or like on the map.
I have. It's still not moving.
On the doppelganger account?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's weird. Something happened so that I'm no longer sharing in the Hangout session.
Did you get kicked out of the Hangout?
Oh, you know what? Let me see here. I think
might be sharing the wrong.
I only see.
I only see your face.
Yeah, there we go. Let me get to. Okay, that's weird. It's only giving me one option to turn that off.
So, are you using the screen share button from the
Right.
the leftmost window, and then you can choose your entire screen or an application.
Right, and the only application that's showing up is the Google Hangout window itself. So I'm not sure what happened to. Let me leave the game with my doppelganger account and come back in.
All right, I'm back, and my time is my own.
Wonderful.
Oh, good.
While Nils is futzing with this, I'm going to pour myself a cup of coffee.
And while Nils is futzing with that, I'm going to figure out what I need to fix on my skills.
Okay. I'm not sure what happened, but I got it working now. There we go.
Aaron's getting coffee.
Yes.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
So we tied him up. Did people come out?
Not yet. We're waiting for you. We sort of have an outline of a plan that will not survive contact with the enemy.
But it's what we got.
Right. So Crane, we're all kind of about 30 feet off from the entrance of the mine.
Okay.
The guys with the missile-armed weapons are up in the north there, waiting to sort of start sniping at the guys as they leave to search for their friend, possibly. And then Crane's sort of the blocker and there to initiate the melee when things drop in the pot.
When the shit hits the fan.
Got to do whatever you can.
I knew you'd get it. Love that song.
Oh, I do too. It's the lounge version is so good from Repo Man.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, and they're all wearing those red velvet jackets and.
Yeah, in fact, that's the version I have because I have the Repo Man soundtrack.
Oh, okay. They have a more traditional punk rock version too.
Punk version of it, I can imagine.
So just to be clear, I've changed Dolan's nameplate to
not Dolan.
Not Dolan's Bellsmore. Okay. All right. So you wait around for a little while, and then one of the bandits, female bandit, comes out, calls out, "Killian, food's ready." Kind of stands there for a few minutes, looking around, waiting for a response. And goes back in.
So now we need to wait again. You think they'll eat without Killian?
Probably. I don't think they like this guy. He doesn't look likable to me.
So I had another thought about how to deal with these guys if if night falls and they just start camping out there in the mine entrance. We could Molotov cocktail the main chamber there, and then just murder them.
I fucking love it.
Okay, so about 20
it's
minutes
elegant
later,
in its simplicity.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes later, two of them come out, and the female, and then as and the male, same female. She calls again, "Killian." And she turns to the guy and says, "He's been gone a long time. I don't know where he is. What's happened to him? Should we go look for him?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we should go look for him. Oh, I don't have ventriloquism on this character.
And the other guy says, "No, if he's just going to lose us. We'll just eat his portion. He's probably out doing mean things to rabbits or something." So,
see, I told you they don't like him.
Okay.
They go back in.
Okay, so now should we just kind of go in and get them while they're sitting down to dinner?
I think it's a great idea. It's only a shame they're awake.
What do you think about this idea, Mike, of taking a couple of flasks of oil and using that as the opening volley?
Shock and awe, baby. Shock and awe.
I'd like to keep it. I think we should stay as quiet as we can. Take them out quickly and quietly. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, like try to
We're gonna
sneak
have to
in.
deal. We're gonna have to deal with that smoky mess as we try to come and go.
Good point.
Really, is it necessary? I think
So
that
just charge in there, surprise them while they're eating
Yeah,
dinner, and butcher every bandit we can.
yeah, we
I'm
got about
liking it.
5 minutes to sit down and eat. We catch them all sitting down.
Mhm.
We, I'm the only one I'm really worried about is this used car salesman leader they've got.
Mhm.
Because he's named Crazy something.
Okay, 1, 2. Wait, was that on 2 or 3?
Do you go on 3 or you go after 3? Okay, so are you going in?
Yeah.
What happens when you have Bruce Campbell in the party?
So I'll do the quick march. I'll do the quick marching order for you, Nils.
Okay, please. And I believe I've turned off any kind of snap to grid stuff, so you can.
Yeah, it looks like it's smooth. Because you guys have missile weapons
Correct.
initially, right?
And I coated my crossbow bolts with the goop of inaccuracy.
1 vial would do 6 arrows. Did you do 6
I-
apiece, or what are you?
I've got 2 vials, so let's just do 1 vial for now, and I got 6 shots with it.
And then 6 for Mike too.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it at this point in time. I'm not gonna. I'd save it for later.
You're not gonna. You don't need the poison. So you got 1.5 vials left, Peter. I'm just giving you a count
Okay,
for my OCD.
excellent. I won't necessarily use those arrows on these guys, but
There you go.
Yeah, you'll probably have to track the ammo separately.
yeah.
Does this work for you for a
Yep.
march order,
Yep,
guys? Mm-hmm. Cool.
works for me.
Cool.
And just so the GM knows, I am going to be trying to sort of keep an eye on keeping Feldspar safe.
Right, not Feldspar, yeah. Oh, take a look at that. Did you guys change that?
I did. Yeah.
Change what?
You changed it into a
operator.
logical operator,
Oh,
not.
Logical not.
Yeah, there you go.
You,
Okay,
you coding guys. See, I don't know what that is. That's an emoji to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It's an emoji to us too. It just means something special.
All right, so let me do the.
Dark. Mhm.
As Aaron likes
Get
to
her!
do-
That's your plan. Get her.
What was that from?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Fine film.
I never saw the remake.
I saw,
It's okay.
I didn't see the remake. The second one's god awful.
The best part of it was the remake was the Chris Hemsworth
yes.
dumb male secretary guy. Anyway, so you walk in, you burst in. There's, as they said, a fire pit in the front, a table in the back, 2 double doors on the north and south, and you catch them just as these 2 guys are starting to walk out with like their used pots and pans and dishes in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That was
And
neat
then
map.
Sorry.
Neat map.
Yes, I drew it all myself. And then there's 3 other people sitting at the back of the table. So these 2 are obviously going to surprise the whole lot. So and they've got their hands are full of dishes, pots, and pans. So you get one action. You basically these are stairs going up or down. Actually, sorry.
Down for us, up for them.
Right. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oops.
It is really a matter of perspective, isn't it?
Right. So you're basically able to start your movement. The steps down and on the outside are like 10 feet, and the steps down on the inside are about 10 feet. So it's going to take about 25. And each of these are going to be, I'm sorry, 5 feet and 5 feet, and then 5 feet, another 5 foot square. So it's 15 feet to get in to meet these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then so you can make your moves as necessary, and you've got a full
Are they in
round
line
of
of
movement.
sight? Are they in line of sight, or is the rise and fall of the stairs blocking them?
When you come down the stairs, they're right in front of you, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot the one on the left.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So
All right,
Crane can
right.
engage the one on the right.
Okay.
Uh,
Basically,
should I-
and
Move up to about here, and I'll toss at that guy. Do we need to roll initiative?
no, because you've got surprise.
we got a surprise
Um,
round.
The other thing to remember is that now that you're second level, you have the ability to make a number of attacks equal to your level against 1 hit dice or less monsters, which these are.
Let's see.
I'm third level.
That doesn't include missile
No, it's just fighters.
Oh, okay, good.
So
Nothing-
basically,
I was
just
like-
Crane
I was like, how
and
did I miss this?
Dolan will be able to do this
Why not Hashim?
because he's a specialty elf.
Oh, is that only a warrior thing?
Because you can cast
Specialty elf.
spells.
That's like a specialty coffee.
The blonde roast thing.
He's a boutique elf.
There you go.
So you're saying I could attack both of these guys?
You have 2 attacks. You can attack twice on one or both, twice, one on each.
Blonde roast warrior.
Well, I'm going to swing first at this guy in green.
Okay.
See if I can fell him in one blow, which I do not do. So I will swing again at him. Wow, talk about consistency. My sword is like clanging off the low hanging roof of this cavern, and then I try it again, and it's to the same effect.
Well, you've got a 2-handed sword, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, that's why. It's
Yeah.
too confined at this point.
Yeah.
You got to work on some stabbing strokes.
Right. So missile guys, missile.
Nice ish.
Ooh,
So that's definitely going to hit. And that is on.
the one on the left. It's only 1 point,
Oh.
but still.
It's going to drive me crazy having 2 windows open. Okay, so that is Tars.
So what I usually do is I just expand the ghost session in the background, like
Mhm.
make it a full size window, and then I just cover it up with my other windows, like my actual Roll20 window. Does that make sense? My GM window. Like,
Right,
It does
but
make
I
sense.
unfortunately I only have one monitor, so I'm having to use an Alt Tab to flip between things, and that means that that's in the.
But why do you, my question is, why would you need to flip back to the ghost session?
I don't, but I need to flip back to the my document,
Ah,
and it's in the list of things that needs to be flipped. So,
Mhm.
oh yeah, so you both. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Number
I don't think I hit. What's his armor class?
7.
Oh.
You're right. I don't think you did.
so this guy's gonna be poisoned though by the black. Oh no, you didn't. You didn't.
We're not using black goo on these guys.
Okay.
I'm just thinking it's
Not using
might be-
black arrows on these guys, eh?
That's it, black
Oh.
arrows. I like the name of that.
Mhm.
So, Mike, one thing I got from Hassle Free was the Viking family,
Oh, okay.
which is a great set. The mom, the dad, and the 3 lethal children.
I've got the the Jedi kids floating around somewhere.
I think I actually hit with an 11.
Not even
What is
funny.
You rolled a 10 plus 1.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. I need 12s to hit.
Okay, so that's the first round. So now let's go ahead and do initiative. Somebody roll. We'll do party initiative.
I get it.
Excellent.
All right, do
Oh,
it again.
simultaneous. Oof.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You'd rather get us first.
There you go. So these guys don't have anything to use as weapons because they've got their hands full. So this one is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this
Coward.
one is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do I get an attack of opportunity as he flees?
Yes, you get one attack on the green guy as he leaves. So go ahead and roll another 2.
Mhm.
There you go. Okay, so you hit him for 1 damage.
Yeah. So now I switch to the thrust, right? And I'm
Yeah,
thrusting at
that's
him
it.
and he's kind of running away, and it just sort of pricks his butt.
Um, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these three will come up here. And this one is going to try to basically kick the campfire and the stuff in it up into Crane's face and see if he can incapacitate him in some way.
Oh,
And he does. So your next roll is going to be a -1.
that's from this guy kicking it, or
No, the one behind it.
The one, yeah, Alicia, yeah, that one. She kind of like grabbed the pot of whatever was on there, kind of like threw it at you, and you just kind of have to duck and get out of the way. So, so now it's your move, and Crane will be at a -1 for this round.
Sheen, do you want to step forward next to him, or you want me to?
No, I'll go in. I'll move here. Oh, I gotta get on the select.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bumbles has got the spear. Yeah, I don't have a spear, so I will stand behind you guys with my
javelin.
crossbow.
How many squares can we move?
You can move like 30 feet. So you've got six squares.
Gotcha. Let's get into the attack. So I'm going to move there and take a shot at him.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
A powerful miss.
Yes.
But we can't crit or fumble in this game, so
No.
that's helpful.
Well, actually, I have said that a crit is double damage, but there's no fumble.
It's bad enough to miss.
Yes.
No
crit, no fumble shaming.
I'm gonna wait to see what Crane does. Are you advancing, Crane, or?
yeah, I'm gonna have to charge to melee here. I'm gonna charge this guy down in the south. I'm just waiting.
All right.
Why didn't you?
Then I'm gonna shoot the one who just kicked the campfire. I'm gonna shoot that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's pretty good with this thing.
So
again, these are straight bolts, not coated.
okay. So as she's throwing the fire stuff at Crane, she kind of like isn't paying attention to the other people coming through and basically leaves herself open for a good shot and
right in the neck.
Gotta fix that. Okay. There you go. All right, Crane.
Nice.
There you go. That'll do.
Still awkward. Oh, but I'm that was a 13 because I was -2 this round.
-1.
Pardon
But
me.
you still hit.
Okay.
Okay. Fingers, and then Dolan. What's Dolan doing? Or not Dolan?
Not Dolan.
I think he's just
hanging back near fingers.
Oh,
should we check his character sheet and see if he's got anything he can do? Like,
he's Dolan. He's Dolan's character. I mean, he's got a
short bow. He'll take us
I see.
out with the short bow.
Okay, yeah.
And he'll miss.
Okay.
He's
Crane also. You
He's
get a
still-
second attack because of your level.
That's only in melee, or is that in?
Well, Crane gets a second
Oh,
attack.
Crane gets a second attack. Pardon me. I get rid of Dolan's character here.
And there you go.
Nice. 13.
So what happened? Tell me.
Yeah, so he's just been marching forward, with this kind of trying to get this thrust down, and this time it works, and he just pushes it right through the guy's chest.
Okay.
While wiping ashes out of his eyes with his elbow.
No, not even with my elbow, but my eyes are now just all blackened and like a raccooned up.
Yeah.
The tears,
got some
Tears streaming down.
down my face.
You look terrifying.
Right.
You have some guy liner on.
We need that guy.
And just to point out, Dolan is a fighter also, I believe, and so therefore he would also get 2 attacks against these people, just as an option. Okay.
Here's the other shot from Dolan then.
No, he gets 2 in melee. Does he get 2 in shooting too as a fighter?
Well, it
Bows
doesn't matter, both
do get 2 shots though.
Do they?
Very
Do they
nice.
have a rate of fire too?
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I will check. I'll check the rules on it.
Okay. So it's a new round.
Sports
Initiative?
Wizardry Core.
I got it right here, Aaron.
Okay, cool.
Hey, we're going first.
Did
Yeah,
we
short
re-
bows have a rate of fire of 2.
Okay. Very nice. I'll note that on Brian's character sheet. Did I lose you guys?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
So it's
I'm just
your
listening.
initiative.
Okay, cool.
My plan is to shoot that one on the other side of the campfire again to make sure she doesn't engage my friends.
Okay. You can give it a try.
Not this time.
Nope. But Dolan can certainly try twice.
Dolan will take a shot. Miss.
And
Second
the
shot.
second one.
That looks like a hit for 5.
Yeah, nice.
Here. Yep. So what happens?
Yeah,
Dolan?
so the arrow just sort of arcs over that tall campfire and just sinks into her belly.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead.
No. What are you gonna say, Mike?
No, I was waiting. Go ahead.
All right. So whoever's gonna go next, go next.
Okay. That was what I was going to. So is this one in front of me armed or just a pot holder?
No, they've got this was one that was at the table and had their stuff and is able to
Okay.
have weapons.
All right. So I'm going to try and press this one back a little bit and take a quick shot at her head.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That hit.
And
Sound.
that's a killing blow. What happens?
What happens? It just clipped the top of her head.
Off.
Flat
Off, okay.
snap, went in
Oh.
right above the ear.
Ew. Gross.
Oh,
Okay. Crane?
Crane's charging down the hall
Mhm.
here, and he's going to make his attacks. Oh, that's another hit. But again, it's a stumbling thrust in the low-hanging
Right.
ceiling.
Oh, nice.
But it was the first thrust that put the point on, and then the second that
Oh,
the follow through. That was really neat.
And what happened with the follow through that
Just
basically
again with that that thrust and the sort of back pedal off the tip of the weapon, and then driving it home.
yeah, because he basically quadrupled his hit points. So
Mm-hmm.
so this one guy up here, he is kind of hanging around by this door, and he suddenly opens the door and
Crazy Carlton.
okay, he suddenly opens the door and
oh shit.
We're short.
Polygonous reveal.
I just noticed we're short one bad guy.
well,
Did you do
that's because first of all, did you guys have your music turned down?
Yeah,
I have it down somewhat. I should have heard something.
I heard the door creak.
Okay.
Oh.
That's not working. Anyway, it's an arrow trap. So
I was
he
saying,
opens
did
the
you walk
door and 2 arrows shoot out and shoot at Crane because he's perfectly lined up.
Ah,
Of course.
okay.
Like they planned it.
Yeah.
That's clever.
It's the first one. Second one. Well, obviously the distance it's more set up for a short range trap. So,
Hmm.
and then he'll
pay for that.
Try.
shout out. He'll shout, "Help! Help! We're being attacked!"
What do you mean we?
Or
Hi.
I'm being attacked. That's all that's left.
If our Quisling tied up in the tree outside is to be believed, Crazy Carlton's the only one left.
Mm-hmm. Good
There
point.
He said there were 7 total, and these make 6.
Right.
But let's take this guy out.
Well, I count.
new
I'm
initiative.
counting 5. Oh,
and there's one outside of 6.
oh, and
yeah.
then Carlton, it would be, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, here, I'll see if I can win.
Is that an initiative roll?
Yes.
Oh, crap.
All right, roll again.
Nicely done, Aaron.
Neener.
Nice
Yeah.
try.
Still
So
nice tension there. Nice.
yes, very, very well done. So he's going to, being overwhelmed, he's basically just going to slam the door and open it up again.
The trigger the trap. Slam, slam.
There we go. So does an 8? What's your armor class?
My armor class is 3. I think that'll hit.
That'll hit.
I like that. It's a recharging arrow trap. You got a We'll have to figure out if it's got a magazine in it or.
So that's his. So yeah, you take 4. That's his action. What's everybody else doing?
I'm shooting his ass. But if there's people fighting him, I'm not.
That didn't hit him.
No, but you can, as Hasheen moves forward, fingers, you can the missile people can missile.
Excellent. I missed that time.
Yep. Dolan?
Okay, cool. Hold sure, sorry, let's see. 2 shots from Dolan. I think that's a hit.
There's a hit. Yeah.
Yep, and that's enough.
Yeah, and that hits him in the eye, and as Hashim comes charging down on him.
Via the temple.
So you start hearing some shouting from the south, and saying, "This better be good. I hate being bothered." What are you guys
South?
doing?
Let's flank the door quickly.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and recover my javelin.
And my crossbow bolts if I can.
Well, there's one right here in his eye.
Oh, that's a short bow arrow.
Hit him in the eye.
Yeah.
The door from the south, as you said, he come.
Yeah. So this door bursts open, and a pretty big guy comes through.
You going to do a dance?
Why would he do a dance?
Because he's crazy.
That's the Charlton.
Oh, Carlton.
Charleston.
I see Crane right by the door. That's clever.
Well, I've got a javelin for him to chew on.
Okay. So he comes out. You're ready for him. So go ahead and take whatever attacks you're going to do.
Oh, as he comes through, we win the initiative, or
Oh, I hit him for 4.
Okay.
No, I hit him for 3. Sorry.
I missed him entirely.
Crane.
He's not single hit dice. So you
Yeah, I
roll the
missed.
attack.
Yeah, only 1 attack, and then Dolan.
Well, Dolan got 1 hit.
Is he human?
He's human, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's just a higher level.
Yeah, a couple of misses from me, Nils.
Okay. Dolan gets another shot.
Oh, I did 4.
Oh, because sorry, rate of fire 2. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I got 4.
Run character sheet.
Peter, you said you did 4 damage?
I did 4 damage.
Okay. So you hit him in the shoulder. Seems to be a common place to hit these people. As he comes through, and he looks obviously quite startled, looks around, and just starts screaming, shouting, and you almost kind of see he almost kind of gets a little bit larger, and his eyes start glowing.
Freaking berserker. Let's kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
He's possessed, boys. Take him down.
turn to attack. I just realized I had all these macros set up, but I forgot to use for the bandits. Oh well. There we go. Oh, and
Nice.
fails. So
He misses for maximum damage.
that's right. So
He's claws at the, or what is he attacking with? Axes?
Drumsticks.
he just got a generic weapon. He's got a sword.
Okay.
So that was,
And he's foaming at the mouth.
or is now, now initiative, since you're not surprising him effectively.
Well
Okay.
done, Aaron.
Oh, sorry, that's a 13. It's not a 19. I was trying to find a button to use.
Oh, I see.
Here we go. Let's do
Oh,
this.
well, either way,
It's
you have to roll a
simultaneous. I mean, it's simultaneous, so we have to roll again.
you rolled a 19.
No, I rolled a 13. That was
Really?
with my saving. That was with.
Okay.
It shows a 19 on the screen.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, and in chat it says it equals a 13. You rolled a saving throw.
Yeah.
Right, which had to be equal to or greater than. You rolled a 19.
Gotcha. Okay, we win. I attack.
Yes. Just fight.
I'm so confused. I don't. It's a 14. Is that a hit?
Yeah, it's about the same armor. So you stab him with your giant sword, and it seriously injures him, but he's not down yet. And at this point, because there's,
I push it. It goes right through the top of his thigh.
There we go. Yeah, so no more missiles at this point because you're in close melee.
Yep. So I'm moving up behind him.
Okay.
Now, I assume I don't get a backstab bonus because that's if someone doesn't know you're there, correct?
Right.
Okay. So I want to make sure I don't get more than one attack. I think I only get one attack.
As far as I know, you do. I don't know.
Yep. I'm using my +1 short sword.
That'll hit, and that'll take him out. So you're able to run up, and how do you deal with him from behind? That
Right to the kidney.
Yep. Oh yeah, good kidney shot. That's always.
That's it.
That's
Not wasting time on a guy whose eyes are glowing. He's foaming at the mouth, and he's getting bigger.
yeah. There you go. Kidneys were one of the few points that were required to be armored in the SCA, so that's obviously an important spot. Mute me.
I heard Doctor Who showed up.
Mutiny.
Hi, sir. What's up?
No, he said mute me.
I caught that.
So, Mike, we were talking about this Thursday, but have you seen the new Lost in Space?
No, I've got it on my queue, and I actually talked Kelly into watching it with me. So
It's really good.
I watched the first two episodes. I agree with Aaron. Really enjoy it so far.
Yeah. And it has a real hard science feel to it, so that's kind of an interesting.
kind of like
I agree, and I like that about it a lot. Yeah, and I also like the fact they got rid of the inherent love story. Maybe it'll show up later, but on the TV show there was always Penny and the I can't remember his name.
West.
West, yeah.
the Reese Bannon character.
Yeah, they were always off making out instead of doing something effective. So that does, and I like the addition of the other sister.
Well, weren't there two sisters?
There were two sisters in the
I guess
show.
there were two sisters in the original. Yeah, that's true.
The brunette and the blonde, right?
Yeah, and the blonde was the one who was always out getting laid. I didn't know Nils was a Time
I think
Lord.
they flipped it.
Well-
The brunette is the older one, and Penny and
June.
Penny.
No,
and,
June's the mother.
Jenny. No, it can't be Penny and Jenny. That'd be awful.
Okay.
What's it?
That's something forgettable.
Yeah, the one who dove into the water.
Dawn was the pilot, I think.
Dawn
So
West.
at this point, you're not hearing any more commotion anywhere. No other shouting or charging or anything like that. Everyone here is dead except for the people that are not supposed to be dead.
That's us.
Crane will peer through this door into this room to the south.
Okay.
Maybe the rest of us should search the room.
Mm-hmm. And the bodies.
So the room to the north, there's nothing behind it but a lot of arrows, apparently. Is that correct?
It's just a big closet full of crossbow bolts.
Clank.
I'm not going to check.
Maybe you can detect that trap.
It's like guys need to step away from the door. We'll just open and close it until it stops shooting. So I think we should drag the guy back in, the other guy. Let's bring the donkey in here.
So it doesn't get eaten by wolves?
Make a base camp.
Do we have a donkey?
Yeah, we got a donkey.
Yeah.
We rented one from the guild because we decided the depreciation wasn't worth it on a new one.
Well, I actually thought I think that a guild one was probably more likely to be used to this kind of thing.
That's an excellent thought.
So if we bring the guy in here and he'll automatically realize he was the lucky one, and tie him up to one of these chairs.
Oh,
And then knock him out.
yeah. So he could just look at his slain companions and
We'll
ruminate
put a blanket over him.
on his ways.
Yeah, think about his poor choices in life. Sit him down
So
and say, you need to pick better friends.
looking down the hallway, there's not a lot of light in here, so you're just basically it's a light that's from the fire and maybe a couple of candles around here, so you don't see that far, but it's basically a hallway with a couple of doors.
Okay.
That's as far as you see right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to step away for a moment, guys. I'll be right back with you.
And I'm going to light my lantern. So let's ask the thief, what's in the other door to the north? We know it shoots. We know it shoots arrows. Is there anything past it, or is it just a trap?
It's just the arrow trap.
Excellent. You're choosing wisely now.
Hey, maybe we should take him with us. He can take point.
I'm guessing Crazy Carlton didn't let anyone pass this door.
You could set him in his chair right about here, and then threaten to open the arrow doors.
I like that. Yes.
Does he know? Does he know what's farther south? Does he know what's down there?
Yeah, that's where Carlton's room is. A couple of the bedrooms and the storage room, and then the rock fall.
That's
Okay.
what we need.
That's what we expected. Okay. All right. I'm going to step away for a second too while Aaron's out.
I'm staying right here.
I'm going to walk the dog.
I'm going to stay here and protect my notes.
Otherwise, I'll go and change things.
Right.
I can't believe how effective Fingers is being so far. I'm rather pleased about that. So are these, now is this a module, or are these images that you've picked up and put together, or?
It's a module.
Cool. Now I meant to ask Aaron, do you just photograph it with your camera, or do you scan it, or what?
Which
To put it into Roll20 when you make the maps and stuff.
I just basically it's the what I have is a PDF document, and I'm able to do a screenshot and copy and paste the map, and then I could just pull it, drag it, and drop it into the map grid on Roll20, and it uploads it automatically.
Oh, cool. Okay. I haven't GM'd anything. I'm considering GMing MCC once it arrives, which, according to the email, it's due any time now. Yeah, and the next one that I will be due will be the secret weapon on Dungeonscapes that I want to use to run Neb and Pendlebrook with miniatures.
Cool.
Okey-doke.
Welcome home.
I meant to ask you, Peter, how much Dwarven Forge stuff do you have?
I have none.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers that.
Well, I have that stuff I made for Mage Knight that's like that. It's all foam core and foam. Made it decades ago. And I was just saying, my secret weapon Dungeonscape stuff is due in a couple months.
Right, we should be seeing that soon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on a ship apparently. So
yeah, I'm going to do Tomb of Horrors for Pacificon.
Cool. Cool. I want to run Nebin Pendlebrooke's Perilous Pantry using it because it's got, I think, the right shape pieces to do that. And I want to run with all miniatures. I don't know if you played in that one. That's a 0 level funnel for DCC.
I think I did. Is that the one that goes down into the pantry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I played in part of that.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I enjoy that one. I've run it once now. But I was thinking about, I was just telling Nils, my Mutant Crawl Classics is due. They're all shipping out in the next couple of weeks. So I would be tempted to GM this game on Roll20 sometime. And I think I'd try MCC just to be a little different. But I was just talking about how you guys get maps and stuff in there because you guys have such great visuals, and that's a big deal to me.
I had a bunch of stuff from Drive-Thru RPG that I got. That's where a lot of the map pieces that I got came from when I was playing with printable banners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And some things I was playing with, I was going into Skyrim and just taking top-down screenshots and dropping them into Photoshop, which you don't have.
No. Nor do I have Skyrim. Tom's like, can you believe he doesn't have Photoshop? I'm like, fuck you. I have Grade Pro. All right, that's what I have.
I remember when he started working in the gaming industry, and he was very hard beset to get up to speed on computer art because they took him on his fine arts degree, and he had some Mac experience, but even not a lot of that.
Right. Which is where I'm at.
That's okay.
Well, I interviewed at EA when I was living in this city, and the guy in charge of the project wanted to hire me because I could draw. And he said they can teach anybody computer skills.
That is EA.
But he wanted someone who could sit there and draw right in the meeting. Sorry, I walked up to the washer with my computer.
Did I hear Aaron back?
Not quite. I hear him in the distance.
That's fine.
He prefers to kill us in a group. I respect that.
Well, you guys are just kind of exploring right now. We can move ahead if you want.
Sounds good to me.
What would you like to do?
Move south.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that seems to be our only option. We can, since we don't think there's anybody else in here, we probably want to head straight to the deadfall. Well, we check the rooms.
Check the rooms. You never know what little bit of loot you're going to find, or maybe they found something lying around. Maybe there's a piece of azurite and they don't even know what it is.
So you see a hall with 4 doors.
So I'm having a hard time believing that these guys were capable of keeping up those intricate arrow traps on that door.
Well, Crazy Carlton is crazy.
You never know what he's going to do.
That's it.
Are these 4 doors here next to me?
Yes. Sorry.
Are they all closed?
Yes.
You're a neat bunch of bandits.
No, they have soft closing doors.
They're self-closing doors and reloading arrow traps.
Well, they're unemployed craftsmen with a lot of time on their hands.
Fingers, did you get hurt?
I am.
No, I did not. Crane's hurt.
Crane's,
Oh, Crane's hurt.
I took 4 points. I'm down to 8 hit points.
Can we patch you up at all to recover some of that, or because we don't have
No
healing
clerics
spells?
or
I have a healing spell.
Oh, you do?
I can do a healing. I can do 1 healing spell.
So we want to save it until you're down further.
I I think so. I mean, I should be able to soak a bit. I mean, I'm in plate.
Okay,
so
well, I'll keep an eye on you. If it looks like you're soaking a bit too much,
Yeah.
I'll throw it at Will.
Okay. Okay. And what did we find anything in the bandit chamber?
Actually, yeah, we kind of forgot to.
Besides dead bandits.
Yeah.
Because we knew they were there.
So they were making a yummy stew. So they each of the bandits has pouches with gold on them.
Mm-hmm.
25 each.
They had pouches with gold on them?
Yes, they had pouches of gold on them. So a total of 125 from the people individually that are there. And then on the table, they were playing cards. And so there's an additional 10 gold piece and 100 silver piece. So that would be a total of 145 gold.
Nice.
Plus a deck of cards and a pile of dirty dishes and all that kind of stuff.
What kind of stew was it?
What?
Delicious stew.
What kind of stew was it?
Some sort of local small forest animal stew.
Squirrel stew.
Rabbit, badger, or something.
Better than what we've seen lately.
Yeah.
Tasty burger. Mind if I have a bite of your tasty burger?
It's nobody we know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to make sure the mailman wasn't coming so to save our mail.
Oh, does the dog attack the mail when it comes through the slot?
Yeah, seriously. It'll like completely tear stuff up.
That's awesome.
Not really.
It is if it's not yours. That's all I'll say.
The mailman has thanked us for the dog helping him pull the mail through the slot.
I got it.
Yeah, and I've run down there. The mail's come through the slot. He loves magazines, of course, because they're nice and meaty. And so he'll just like he's a terrier, so he'll like do that death shake thing with his head.
Yeah.
I'll like try to get it out of his hand, his mouth, or I'll like kind of push him. And he'll grab it and like run to his crate with it. It was great. So anyway, so yeah, there's a hallway with 4 doors. Leading, and then at the end, it goes around the corner into the rockfall area.
Well, we think we should check out these rooms just to be thorough. You never know what you'll find.
So she open, trying to. Do they look like they push or pull open?
They're pocket doors.
They slide.
Self-closing pocket doors.
I missed you. Damn it.
While you're away, Aaron,
Here they go.
commented that these bandits probably couldn't keep up that arrow trap. And then when he asked if the doors were open or closed when you came down here, I said they're all closed. He said they must be very neat and tidy bandits. I said they were self-closing doors. So
apparently we're on
actually a bunch of out-of-work artisans that got too much time on their hands, and so now they're
Dungeon SS Enterprise. Apparently,
yeah. There you go. They make that whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay, so which door are you sliding open first?
Slide this one up. You'll notice nobody's standing in front of it. Do they look like there are any projection holes in the wall that are obvious?
More arrow traps.
Where morning stars may fly from. Okay.
Okay, so it's 2 beds. The frames look kind of weird. Or I'm sorry, I misread it. They basically are kind of like homemade bed frames, rough bed roll, maybe a bag or 2 next to the bed. Obviously, sleeping chamber for 2 of these bandits.
So this just ratifies my feelings about the fact that they probably didn't build these doors.
Right.
They found this.
Oh, wait a minute. This was an elven mine. That's right.
There you go.
Clearly within your people's technical purview.
Yeah.
Right.
So do you want to check this one over here?
Heck yeah.
Sure. Okay. So
Does it look like there's anything other than beds, just the bed rolls in there?
in the first one, there was nothing. It looked like maybe, some dirty clothes, something like that. This one is a little bit nicer. It's got a single bed, a better built bed, more cushiony stuff, and a small coffer, small chest there in the corner.
Burglar, do your burgling.
Excellent. Okay, I'll check the chest. Is it trapped?
You'll need to do a
Fine trap.
delicate tasks, which just go ahead and roll.
Changed all that. There, I have a 25%. I've been efficient.
Good.
I used my time well.
Good. Go ahead and
Oh,
roll.
good. You updated your stats. Nice, Peter.
Yes, I did.
He just made him out. I pulled him out of thin air. Oh, okay.
No, it's no trap.
No trap.
I'm going to go ahead and open it since I have faith in myself.
Right. So you are correct. There are no traps.
See?
Luckily.
I'm good at this.
And you find a silver ring, a silver necklace with a small gemstone, and a bunch of silver pieces, and a key. Like a door, a key for a door.
Is that silver necklace with the small gemstone? Is it any chance it's the
azurite?
The azurite.
No, it's not a blue color. That's one of the key things that they said was that the gem is blue and the light it emits is blue when it's in connection with the.
You might need to drop the hangout and join back because we're picking up an echo off your mic.
Who?
Mike.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay.
Silver necklace with small gem. More silver pieces.
300 silver pieces. And a silver ring.
Silver ring. What color is the gem?
Green. How could you tell that he was echoing? Did you just see it?
I was hearing it.
I know I heard it, but how could you tell it was him that was echoing?
Because he's using an open mic in his session.
Because I had actually heard Peter echoing earlier.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah,
Great.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Okay. So
Peter,
other than other general living stuff, that's the chest with the small amount of treasure is the main thing that you found.
Cool.
So the key, does the key look like does it look like it's of an elven design?
Yes.
So I guess we should hang on to that then. Maybe it rewinds the door of voluminous arrow launch.
Of infinite arrows.
Yeah.
So let's move down to the next ones, I guess.
Okay. Which one next?
That one. Slide that puppy open. Do they have buttons? We're going to have to manually slide them.
They're manual sliding.
You just wave your hand.
Yeah. Okay, so this one, there are two bed frames, but there's no bed roll on it. And it looks like there's been a lot of stuff that's kind of been thrown around the room. It's not like somebody was living in it. And there's like a couple of sacks on the floor and other debris kind of just thrown all over the room. So this definitely looks like this was not someplace that somebody was staying.
This was their storeroom. Well, there were 7 bandits here total, and we found space for 3. And no one was shacking up here. Okay, well, maybe there are more rooms. Anything in the sacks? Tip them over.
Yes. Just a second.
Well, there's a 4th door across the hall.
Yeah. Oh, yay! Big freaking glad I tipped it over. Didn't stick my hand in.
So he came out.
Stomp him. How is he stompable?
He's about a foot across, and he jumps at you and
Big.
misses.
That
Thank
was a big
goodness.
sack.
What?
It's somebody's pet. Let's kill this thing.
Must have been a big sack. So I'll try and smack him back.
You do.
Okay, hold on. Oh, let me. Switch back to the right layer. Objects. There we go. Okay. Ah! All right. So yeah, you hit him, and luckily you kill him in one shot. You stomp on him, you impale him.
Fuck, spiders freak me out, says Fingers.
Hey, Fingers, why don't you open the other sack?
I'm not going near nothing with spiders.
Give it a good stomping. Give the sack a good stomping.
Well, before it even gets out.
Turns out the other sack is full of glass vials.
Yeah, there's nothing in the other sack, and there's nothing else in here.
Nice.
And you hear from Killian down the hall. I guess you found the spider.
Well, I'm gonna fucking kick his ass. You think he could have mentioned that?
I think we should. See, now I think we should have brought him.
Want me to go get him?
Stick your hand in there.
Nah, at this point in time, the spider.
I mean, he should know the layout of the place, right?
Well, he indicated he didn't know anything beyond the rockfall.
Yeah. But he
You don't
did
reach
not
the
mention
rockfall
the
yet.
spider.
Was there a rockfall down here in the south?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the cave-in
That's what
was.
this is.
Which is, now is that what that is? Is that the rockfall? Because
It heads that direction. We haven't
Right,
actually
yeah,
seen the rockfall.
There's still an opening that goes around. There's an opening that goes around the corner, but there is rubble and stuff beginning there.
All right, so let's open this,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll find a pouch with a cave bear in it.
It's a pouch of holding.
That door is locked.
Ah, okay. So
That's a good sign. Okay.
let's use the key.
Do we have a key?
Yes, we have a key.
Okay.
Key?
Let me see if I can make my roll this time on detect traps. 17. If there's a trap, I have detected it. Though I
There's
guess
no
I should just
trap.
tell you, Nils, and then you can roll them.
Right.
Because I wouldn't know.
You could do a GM roll.
Yeah, you can do a special GM roll, but yeah, there's no trap. But the trap does not detect trap does not detect the spider on the ceiling.
No, it doesn't.
Right. But there's no spider on the ceiling, so go ahead. So this is the storeroom that they're talking about. This has got a couple of barrels. Let's see here. Later sleeping.
That.
There we go. 3 wooden barrels and a large chest. There's also a set of 3 pickaxes and 3 shovels in the corner of the room.
Those will come in handy.
So let's check the barrels. Have they been working it?
Well, it's 1 barrel is half full of dried meat. 1 barrel has 2 dozen torches. 1 barrel has 3 blankets and 3 heavy cloaks.
Okay. Fingers, do you want to take a look at the chest?
Yes, I do.
So how do you do the GM roll? Is it just GM/GM roll in the die, Aaron?
Correct.
Okay, so Peter, you go ahead and type in /GM roll space D100, and then I'll see the roll, but you will have made it.
So that is a right slash. Wait.
It's
Yes.
the slash that you use for any of the other.
I'll write you a macro, Peter, and
/GM.
GM roll.
one word.
Mm-hmm. And then D100.
Mm-hmm.
All one word.
1D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, space and then D100.
wonder if it'll.
It'll
I wonder
work.
if a player can. I wonder if a player can trigger. Yeah, so that worked, huh? Cool.
Yep, I see his roll, and there is no traps.
I'm going to go ahead and pick the lock then.
Okay. It's not locked, so you're able to open it up. It's a pretty large chest.
Double D at least.
3 sets of leather armor,
Ooh.
3 short swords, and a huge sack holding a huge amount of silver pieces and a huge amount of copper pieces.
Ooh, we're coming back for those.
Well, remember, copper pieces are 100 to 1, so you can buy lots of candles, but not a lot of anything.
Oh, gotcha. Matches. You can buy matches.
True, that's true.
So it's a big sack of pennies, copper pennies, or
Yeah, copper pennies and silver.
Basically, pennies and nickels.
Yeah, basically.
No, pennies and quarters. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
So we want to press on.
Lay on, McDuff. I say we go south and around the corner, and now let's light one of these torches. We got tons of them now. So if we run into something flammable that we have to fight, we have a torch, and we also have. I've already lit my lantern.
yeah, I put a radius for you.
I saw that. I like it.
Should probably give you a tab.
Ah, so there's our rock fall.
So yes, that's the rock fall. It's completely blocking the way. Now your mining expert comes into play.
Our
Yeah.
non-Dolan.
Yeah, non-Dolan. So he's going to look at it. He spends a little bit of time examining it. And he says, "Well, we can certainly clear it. It's going to take some hard work and some time." And
Hey, you know who could help?
Pickaxes.
Yes, exactly. I know exactly who can help.
He's not doing anything. He's sitting around. He didn't mention the spider ahead of time.
Hard labor in your future.
Killian to help too.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, great.
With a rope tied around his neck.
So somebody roll a D3.
Three.
Okay. So it's going to take 3 hours with everyone working effectively, taking turns because there's not a lot of a room, and to clear this rockfall. And
on my break, I go eat stew and comment how good it is. I wonder if I can get the recipe. Oh,
not anymore. And there's going to be a chance of rockfall every half an hour. So I need to, we'll say 2 people can work at it at a time, and you've got 5. So give me a list of the rotation order that people are going to be working in.
Okay.
We've got a total of 5 people.
Right.
How long does it take?
3 hours. So it'll be 6 checks. But basically, we'll just do 2 checks for each party.
What's his name is going to do 2 shifts to R1. So
right, let's just go in the player order at the bottom of the screen. So
Got it.
Peter, Mike, Aaron, and then
Got it.
Doppelganger would be Killian, and he'll work 2 shifts back to back.
Got it. All right.
and Black Cavalier's Dolan.
Yes, Black Cavalier is Dolan. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that would be 5.
Right, and then Doppelganger does 2 shifts to make it an even 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he starts and ends the work.
Right.
It's most dangerous.
Yeah, a good point.
Mm.
Fodder.
Yeah,
That's
that
the word.
actually
That's
makes
the word
it
we're looking for.
An even. Okay, so makes it an even 6 to make it easy for the
GM.
the half an hour rolls over.
Yeah, so we're going to take breaks every half hour, so we're not in any danger.
Oh, things really started shaking, but nothing on the first half hour. Oh, okay. So
when Fingers is there.
No, that's
Oh.
not Dolan.
well, I laid it out on my I got a little sheet here. So Aaron and
Mike and Aaron.
oh yeah, Killian and Aaron.
Mhm.
And I'll do a 50 high Aaron, low Killian.
Oh,
Killian. 4 points. Oh man, he gets crushed pretty badly. And
Killian did?
Oh, well, yes. Where did I do with Killian? Oh, I'm on.
It was Killian, not Aaron, right?
Right. It was Killian, not Aaron.
Okay, well, that's a shame.
Okay.
Walk it off.
Okay. He's got one. He's still alive, but he's really hurting.
Well, you should have been more careful there, Killian. Keep working.
All right.
Mister, forget to mention the spider.
Let's put him in a bed right here.
I'm going to point out that I am not lawfully. He needs to lie down.
Oh, okay. Another hit on Peter and Mike. High Peter, low Mike. Low Mike.
Oh, Mike.
Low Pan.
Are these friends of yours? Now this shit pisses me off.
Oh, you take 3 points, Mike. And another really close one. And last one. Okay, so you're through.
Peter, I just shared my screen to the Hangout. I'd show you how to write a macro. You just go to the macro button in your...
That's why things looked weird. I've been on my Ghost account the whole time. Okay.
In the lower left. Okay.
Why is it doing that? That's weird.
So you get through. You're able to clear a passageway, and look out. It basically just kind of opens out into a larger area.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird. Both of my hit point bars say current hit points when I hover over them.
You have 2 hit point bars?
Well, no, in my character.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
they both say the what do they call that? The alternate text.
The icon.
Yeah. It's the first number is the current and the second number is the max.
Yeah, so it's like a fraction.
Mm-hmm.
So as you enter in, you start to hear something.
Tell me it's not rumbling rock.
No, it's not rumbling rock. It's being played right now. If you can turn up your volume.
Mm-hmm.
Pump up the jam, up the jam. Why am I not hearing anything? I just turned my volume up and I'm not hearing nothing.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. That's not working. No worries. So you start hearing kind of a chittering noise.
Perfect.
Scratching.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Clicking, clacking. No, that's just the rats of the walls, Mike.
That's my house.
Yeah.
No, the rats.
I am hearing. I just thought it was background noise in somebody's session, like eating chips.
No, that's yeah. Some giant monsters eating chips off in the darkness. So if the light bearer wants to move forward,
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I'll come with you. I'll hold your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that crystal.
Ooh, look at that bug.
Ooh, look at that bug.
Oh man.
Are they giant ants?
They are giant ants.
I'd like to throw a javelin at a giant ant, please.
For 200, yes. Go ahead.
Are we in a Roger Corman film?
Did you get your macro?
Oh, yeah, you did. You got a natural.
Is that a 20 or a 14?
That's a 20.
20.
Yeah. Is it?
It's bounced on its edge.
I can't tell. Okay.
It's showing a 20 in the chat window.
Oh, that's right. I forget that we can see it in the chat window.
Right.
It's tilted on the edge of the terrain there. You know, it's what happens that those hand painted surfaces.
Right. So yeah, you skewer them right through the thorax, whichever that part is, and he's twitching.
All three. I just pierced all three right down his throat. He went for a battle scream, and I just shut him up.
Yep.
Okay. I got to shoot at something because those things are freaking me out. So unlike Gerda, he's not worried about them being unnatural. Hey, I hit for 3 points.
Goida.
Cool.
Gerda is my cleric in
Oh, I
Thursday
thought you were
night game.
bringing up. I thought we were going to start talking about German philosophers.
No, not
Not
Gerda.
Is Dolan going to take a couple of shots?
Yeah, Dolan's going to take his 2 shots with his short bow.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a hit for 3. And then, yeah, another hit for 6.
Let's see here.
You can randomize them if you want. I didn't call my targets.
Yeah, that's fine. Here we go. Yes, you are actually barely catching them.
At 16, okay.
Yep.
Good thing I rolled an 18.
These other 2 just came into
The light.
so you were shooting at the lead one that was still alive, and those 2 shots plus the other shot is able to take him out. And Dolan's making a saving throw for some reason.
No, I was just testing something in the character. I didn't.
Okay, so
Save that roll for later. We'll need it.
right, so if you want, you can use that for your initiative.
Ooh, I like that.
Sure, we'll use the 16 for initiative.
Oh, okay. All right. So you see two ants visible within your light range.
Okay.
Nice.
Dolan's going to blast them.
Blast them, meaning
Blast them with his short bow.
Okay. Are you shooting at ant 2 or ant 4?
Shoot first at ant 2.
Okay.
And Fingers is shooting at ant 4 because it's directly across from him.
Okay.
That's a miss. I continue to shoot at ant 2. No, another miss. Let's see.
I will shoot at ant 2 since in my an 11.
I hit for 2.
Wait a minute. What's going? I'm looking at. I see. Oh, that was your roll, Peter. Okay, I was confused. All right. No, you
Yeah,
did
I
not
rolled
get
a
an 11, Mike.
What's that? I rolled actually on the wrong dice, so the damage would have been bad, but I missed anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I shot the one that's near the crystals there for 2 points.
So. Chitter, 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 chitter. Chitter, 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 chitter. And blue ant at Hasheen. I don't think that's going to attack or hit. Blue ant at Crane. That's not going to hit.
Mandibles clack and antenna twitch. Ants swarm at Crane.
Have you guys seen the Ant-Man and Wasp poster?
No.
It's just a big white field. Just a big white field, and it's got the titles across the top. And in the very dead center, you can see them just incredibly tiny.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's fun. That should be a good one. It's a good cast, and I think they've done a nice job so far with them.
And yeah, they're ancillary enough that they're not going to take them seriously.
Yes.
Which would make it fun. So, okay, so you guys have your attacks, and these are definitely not one hit die monsters to get multiple attacks against.
They're not, though. They were felled quickly with
multiple arrows.
Javelin throw, yeah.
I missed mine.
Yep.
Crane will fight his.
They're a little lower than I thought.
Not quite as gigantic. You're needing. Yeah, no, that doesn't do it.
Okay. Trying to find out my Thaco.
Okay, I am right here.
Nope.
You add them together, it's a 15, though.
Mm-hmm, that's true. That still wouldn't have been enough.
I need 16s to hit. Oh, let me get behind him.
Actually, maybe the thief might, because.
No, I rolled an 8.
Oh, right. But I mean, being third level, that might up your hit chance, possibly.
Oh.
Let me check that real quick. Okay, Dolan is Dolan going to engage?
No. We have to protect him because he's the only one that knows how to mine this crap.
Right.
There are no more ants coming?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
Well, he's guarding with his bow. That's what he's doing.
Right. Okay. So yeah, no.
Do you think we could get a reveal off to the edge of our light source from Fingers here?
Sure.
Thieves are 1 to 3 for attack.
Right. Yeah. There. That's what I was looking at.
1 to 3.
For levels.
Oh, they don't bump until
They
they
don't
go.
bump up until level 4.
So 4th level, I'll get a bump to my attack, meaning a plus to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So, Antikak, I get Hashin. And I'm not going to worry about checking. Oops.
AC 3.
Until they get a higher roll, which they're not doing. So they're apparently kind of blinded by your light, I guess. All right.
Wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night.
Yep. Go ahead, guys.
What can I do?
Crane swings. That hits. That go AC 5. No,
Yep.
AC 6. AC 4. The hell?
Yep, that's not enough.
AC 4.
And Hashin
Better than AC 4.
swings
Eh?
and misses.
Fingers. That'll do something.
Ooh.
That's funny.
Do I add another damage or I just double what it did?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you actually rolled 19 plus 1.
Oh, okay. So I didn't get a natural 20.
Yep.
Still 5. I'll take it. No
Yep.
complaints.
And then this guy's doing really badly.
Took off a
so-
leg. Oof.
With your magic sword that glows in the dark. Hey,
There we
I
wait.
go.
should really get a buckler so I can add to my armor class when I'm fighting with a short sword, or maybe figure out how to fight 2-weapon like Hammy does.
No, I like that idea of a small shield.
Yeah, I think a small shield's a good thief thing.
The ant turns on fingers and spurred
Chomps him
on
for
by the
2.
great pain, he does 2 points to you.
Hmm.
Okay, all the more reason to get myself a buckler in the future. So I just took 2 points.
Machine, what's your armor?
3.
3. Yeah, no, you're fine.
I have a buckler.
Our
Your
room
turn.
has a view. All right. Let's smack this thing.
So you need 16s.
Almost got it.
That's weird. I'm not seeing your dice show up, Peter.
It's a setting on your set in your system settings.
My 3D dice are missing.
Try again. It might have just glitched out on your side, Peter, but I
think-
missed as well, Nils.
I saw the dice. So
I
You
didn't.
saw my dice?
I didn't. Yeah.
That's
It's probably just glitched in the.
All right. I'm gonna swing.
I didn't see them either. Yeah, I don't see mine.
I'm
Did
gonna
that
try
just
and
show up?
aim below the antenna this time.
Mm.
nope, not quite. Okay.
Wow.
2, 3. That's a hit for 5 points.
On me.
Yes.
Ouch.
Cure Light Wound spell's looking a little more.
And a miss on fingers.
Good.
This is a practice roll. See if it shows up. Huh. It's not showing up for my character sheet. Does it show up if I use it here?
I'm seeing the dice hit the table.
Oh, I'm not. Interesting.
Bango.
I saw you hit the
That's
D100.
percentiles. I see them now.
Yeah, the D100 show up if I use the little tab off to the left there, but if I use my character sheet and click short sword,
Oh, there it is.
there it goes again.
Now I'm seeing them. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
keep
that looks like a hit.
All right, I'm keeping it.
Take it for 9 points. Why not?
Okay. Crane and Hashin. Well, I guess Hashin, since Crane, unless Crane wants to move to the other guy.
Let's see. I will smack again. Or not.
Aaron?
Sorry, I was chopping something in paper. Here it is.
Oh, that was almost a 119.
Uh-huh.
19.
Oh,
You get
this-
2
Yeah,
hacks.
sorry. No, I don't. But I
don't.
did. But I did need to move to melee that other.
I rolled a 19, 9 damage.
Yes, I killed the other one.
Ow!
And another 3 points to Hasheen.
Why didn't you back off?
That's what I'm
Hashim?
gonna do, yeah.
We'll see if we. I'll see if I can't distract this ant long enough for Fingers the Butcher to be able to lay the thing low. All right, is it our attack?
Yeah.
Mhm.
God. No, it's a miss from Crane.
Nothing from the butcher this time.
Are you wanting Dolan, not Dolan, to go in?
So I'm going to cast
I-
my Cure Light Wounds
Excellent
Alright.
idea.
on myself.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Are you still only 1 spell slot at this
Yes.
level?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, this is like your daily power or something? Your
No, it's a
paladin?
spell.
Oh, okay. It's not a lay on hands, but it's a.
No, I don't get that.
We really got to start buying healing potions. That's what we need.
Here's the Dolan charging in.
Do we
Oh,
have
that's
an
a hit for 6
ability to
points.
get potions?
What was that, Mike?
2.
We have potions available through the guild?
No, not that I'm aware of.
I didn't think so.
I'm just ever hopeful.
So
Yeah.
Dolan runs in and is able to, not Dolan's able to make a pretty big smack against him.
Yeah, it's because he's using a blunt weapon.
Right.
Confined space rather than this huge.
Well,
6
killing
points.
giant ants comes with his mining experience, apparently.
Yeah. These are hereditary enemies.
Exactly.
Oh, and now you're killing the miner. Okay.
Well, he was the one that did the most damage
Let's
to
see.
him.
He's AC 4.
4. Okay, so he's safe for the moment. Or wait a minute. Yeah, he's safe. Okay.
Is it a spack at him?
Yep.
Dolan. Miss. Crane. Oh, miss. It's up
Can
to
I,
you, Fingers. Save us, Fingers.
No pressure.
Oh,
Ah!
can I try and lob a javelin between Dolan and Crane without troubling them?
I missed for maximum damage.
No, but
Okay.
because you have the javelin,
You can
it's
stab
long
over.
enough. If you could kind of like attack from a second rank.
Oh, nice.
I'll say.
Wait for a moment to jab from the second rank. I like it.
We took out a whole gang of bandits, and the fucking ants are giving us hell.
These are pretty big ants.
They
And
are
they've
true.
got good armor class.
Okay, so I am now going to randomize the ant.
Hmm.
1 against the.
Dolan, or
Dolan.
I don't know where you're counting 1 from. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Nope. Luckily, these ants are not that effective. About effective as you guys are. I saw an 18 for a second.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That'll do it.
Dolan.
Yeah,
This time, you just the mace lands with a sickening crunch on the right on the top of its.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Hit it.
found the sweet spot.
Yeah, right between the eyes.
So there are no more ants coming out that you can see. There is this large gem deposit over here to the south, and you do see a glinting of something just outside of your
Lantern light.
lantern light to the northeast.
Yeah, let's make a little reconnoiter with the lantern.
Yep.
I'm going to gather up my javelin. Ooh.
So there's 2 deposits there.
And is this the azurite? What we're looking for? Is it
Yes,
blue?
it's a light blue, and the certainly there was the Hasheen has seen it before in ceremonial
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
accoutrement and is able to identify it as the azurite.
But it looks like very large deposits, right?
So how long will it take us to work these two deposits safely?
So, not Dolan, or maybe we should call him Nalod.
Dolan-esque.
Nalod. There we go.
Nalod.
Nalod is saying that it's going to take him. Actually, there's a somewhat of an involved formula here. Hold on, let me get to it. So per deposit or per piece, it takes a D4 strikes, and it's about 5 minutes per strike to kind of like calculate where it needs to go, and then each deposit can be 2D4 pieces. So you could get 2 to 8 pieces per item per deposit, and it'll take up to 4 strikes per piece to get it really to break it free. And reading the information again, let me restate what the blacksmith said. Said that normal azurite is okay it's not unstable, but magically charged azurite is unstable. And knowing that from what he said, these are not glowing. Well, they are now because you guys have magic weapons.
But they're not charged.
Glow, but basically they said if it's glowing, it may be unstable. So these things weren't glowing until you got closer.
So does the glow go away as those of us with magic items step away from them?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so my thought is then, number one, we got to do that. We got to step away. Where's fingers? There's fingers. I will keep an eye this direction. Our 2 wounded folk will do some healing up, or resting up anyway. I don't know if we get stamina recovery. And Nalod can start to work. I'd go try the stew, guys. It's really good.
Rapsdlef. Okay. Nolad Rapsdlef. All right. So Nolad.
Lee character.
What does the lantern light reveal?
Right. That's I was
to
gonna
the
get
north.
that.
More crackers. Who's eating crackers?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was getting things out of a plastic bag.
No, I think
No, those are ants.
I thought it was more ants. Oh, this is not looking good.
Yeah, I don't think we want to do a lot of going forward yet.
No, but watching, and I was thinking that insects probably don't give off a heat signature for
the elf.
For the elf, right?
Well, they're a living being, so they would have an elf. I mean, it would.
I mean, are insects cold-blooded or warm-blooded? I mean,
oh, I see what you're saying. Well, they are, even if they're cold-blooded, they're going to be warmer than the cold stone.
Ambient. Okay.
Yeah, because they absorb heat and hold it.
Gotcha. I guess things like undead or something might not.
And actually, from what your visual, your regular, human eyes can see that there is a bluish glow light coming from. Why isn't it clicking? The northwest. For some reason, I can't get the ping to work. Works.
From there?
Is that there's something up there that's making it glow?
So can you ping again since I'm not able to? Here. Yeah, up that direction.
Oddly enough, though, the one I ping, it doesn't make it green like my dice.
Oh, that's right. Because I'm again not in the right tool. So anyway, so yes, it's up that direction.
So do we want to let?
Well, how much of this stuff do we need to bring back? I mean,
all of it.
Yeah,
all of it.
You mean everything we can find? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
So why don't we let Nalod work these 2, and then we'll take a break and spend the night here, and then start up again in the morning.
Well, maybe we should spend the night back in like one of the sleeping chambers where we.
Well,
can,
that's what I was thinking.
oh
yeah.
yeah, close the
With the
door,
spiders.
ants off of us, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Next to the spiders and the dead bodies.
Yes. No. You're a sick man.
We can take some time to deal with the dead bodies.
Keelan can deal with them.
See if we can do anything for Killian.
He could bury his. He could dig graves for his friends.
He's currently got a concussion.
It's fine. Shake it off.
Shake it. Walk it off.
Call that bold talk from a one-eyed fat man.
Okay. So you're going to allow Nella to start working.
Yeah, that way he can take his time and he doesn't have to dive in.
And I'm going to keep watch there while he's working.
Yeah.
Is there any of that stew left?
I think there is. There is. Yeah, it was just bubbling away back. You want to try eating some of it?
I did. It was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Mind if I have a bite of your tasty burger? That is a tasty burger. That's a mighty tasty burger. That's what he says.
Which movie is that from?
Pulp Fiction.
Mm.
You flock of seagulls, shut the fuck up. Cleaning a dead kid's brains out of your back seat is not part of my job description. I know what you're thinking. What am I going to do with all these nude female figures with weapons?
That's not in Pulp Fiction.
I'm going to paint them.
Paint. Up.
Ooh, sexy vampire girl. I want to meet a girl built like a hassle-free figure.
Those are his kids.
Not the sexy girls.
Okay, I'm back. So what's the plan at this point?
To
We're
win.
going to let Nailad work the deposits that are here.
Mm-hmm.
Take a long break and start fresh the next day.
Okay.
And I'm keeping guard. We're going to keep guard there on that open cavern there while he's working so he doesn't get jumped.
Okay. Okay, so
That was a good luck roll, Aaron.
No, I was just playing with the saving throws.
okay, so do you guys want to roll actually do the rolls for collection and how many pieces and how long it's going to take, or do we just want to I can do that manually myself later until just tell me how much is left.
I'm fine with that.
I am too. I don't think we need to bean count that.
Right. Okay.
I do think we want to patch our friends up, make sure they have some bellies full of yummy stew, and that their wounds aren't going to get infected.
Right. So okay. So now it starts. You guys start cleaning up, fingers watching, that kind of stuff. A few hours into the work, Fingers starts hearing noises to the northeast. Very kind of familiar noises to the northeast from the out of the darkness.
So I alert the group.
Okay, so
I think we got ants coming, guys. Crossbow bolts ready.
Okay.
Yeah. And Dolan maybe draws his bow because he can fire twice with that thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So an ant does come out of the darkness over here. He'll start running at you. Okay.
I missed.
I missed.
Dolan missed.
Those things are fast.
And unless you're moving back, he's going to be on you, Fingers.
Well, I just shot at him, so I think I have to
Okay.
take it. So I got my short sword out. And what's the different? What is it possible to use two weapons or use a dagger for parrying or something in this game?
There is. I'd have to look it up.
+1.
But
Using an additional hand weapon gives you a +1.
To hit.
I believe that's what it was.
All right.
It's under the special situations on 33.
It just doesn't make sense for him not to do anything with his offhand.
Right.
So at least a dagger or something.
So it's like sort of like you could fight two weaponed, like
Two weapon
sword
fighting.
and dagger.
Fighting with a weapon in each hand gives a +1 to hit, but only in rounds in which the attacker won the initiative roll.
Mm.
Damage is based on the primary weapon.
When we get back to the village, I'm buying a buckler.
Well, but this is actually kind of good for you, Peter, because you can make a decision about whether you're trying to hit harder or protect yourself once you get a shield, right?
Yeah. For now, I'm hitting harder because that's my only option. So I'm
Yeah.
going to have a dagger in my left hand.
Crane missed.
so yeah, at that corner, all four of you can arrange yourselves to get into combat if you want.
Okay, so this is going to actually have a +1 in addition to
Actually,
it.
maybe you should still fight from the second rank.
So I got a 19. I got a 20.
And max damage again. Man, you're hitting them with the max damage. So yeah, so you kill them in that one shot. You're able to slice your
shot
sword up between the plates and skewer his tiny brain.
Cut his mandible on the dagger as he went to bite for me and got him right behind the head, between the segments.
Yep.
The thorax.
Nephew's chance.
Sorry to
Back to
bother
work.
you guys.
Back to work, no lad.
Okay.
Maybe we should build a wall of ant carcasses.
A la 300.
But they wouldn't necessarily, they'd just crawl over them, right? I mean,
That's it. They wouldn't care. Freaking hive minds.
Scale shield surfaces.
Oh, great. They brought in
Hit the dirt.
Incoming!
That was really loud.
I can guess that was Nils.
Is that you, Nils? What is going on over there?
That loud buzzing noise.
Uh-huh.
I live right next to the Sacramento Executive Airport.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so it's
like a private plane.
it's really kind of freaky when you're looking outside and all of a sudden there's a giant shadow that's big enough to cover your whole backyard goes over.
It's just like dragons. It's like dragons.
Yeah, the giant dragon coming by.
Oh, that's a shit ton of D4.
Okay, so it takes him about 2.5 hours to do everything he needs to. And he's able to get 10 pieces out of the 2 deposits.
And the piece is like a fist-sized piece, or
It varies. Some of them are small, some of them are big, but they're 10 distinct pieces that are, they're not like little shards, but they're big enough to do something with.
okay.
So what do we want to do? Do we want to move on? Do we want to take a night's rest?
I think we need to take a night's rest for you guys to at least get 1 hit point back each.
Let's do that.
Crane, what level are you? 3?
Oh, and you'd get another Cure Light Wounds spell.
You know the Cure Light Wounds. Yeah, I'm just.
Oh, and I took a wound too, so yeah, I need to heal back.
I think you took 2 points, didn't you, Peter?
I think I did, yeah.
Hmm.
It's a lot of D4.
That was just figuring out how long it was going to take to do the mining stuff.
So let's we could probably secure the rocks that he's dug in that chest in the storage room. Take some of the crap out of there that doesn't need to be in there.
Oh, right. You don't want to keep them with us. I mean, I think the likelihood of somebody else coming down here is pretty low, but we could just sleep in the storeroom.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, we're gonna make camp in the storeroom, Mills.
Okay.
Then we can pile stuff in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like roll one of those big barrels full of meat.
Meat. Oh, it's already got blankets already in there. We're
In front
good.
of us, and they're probably clean. Nobody's probably slept in them. They've
There's
been in
lots.
storage. Yeah.
Oh, bonus.
Okay. So everybody gains a hit point back.
I need it.
Mark
We only
refreshes
did.
his
Actually, I
spell.
was down 4.
Except for no lad.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to start the day by casting a heal spell.
Right away.
Yeah.
Might as well. Looks like you're about half. Looks like you're
So I
about
get 5 back.
That's good. That. Peter, did you figure out the macro bit that I shared with you, or
No, I didn't quite.
Nils? I think you could write a macro for thief skill with your GM roll of D100, and then share that with the players, and
Okay.
then
I thought you already did.
no, I don't think so.
But you're saying it could be set up like in the weapons where you just click it and it
It'll
rolls
be
it
set
out
up like
for
a button, like at the bottom of this. It could be set up as
Right.
a button at the bottom of the screen for you,
you. Like funky dice.
like a pseudo funky dice. Yeah. Oh, that would be a good thing to
I don't
roll. That
understand.
would be a good thing to add to the funky die macro as a GM roll.
Oh, good point.
I don't understand what the funky die macro. I just didn't, for some reason, it wasn't catching it. What does it do? I mean, aside from
Oh, it's like
DCC dice.
it's a table that gets displayed into the chat window, and there are
Yeah.
a bunch of buttons on it, and you can just click the button, and it'll roll like a D3, or it will
okay.
roll a D30 or whatever.
D7.
And that's really just for some flavor, right? To be able to see 3D dice hit the table when you're rolling one of these non-standard polyhedrals.
So actually, there were 10 total chunks that he was trying to work with, but 2 of them shattered while he was trying to do his
So there's
collection.
only
So you,
actually 8 pieces.
you have 8 pieces. There was no, they just broke apart, and you're able to kind of like gather up all the shards for little bits of things that you might be able to use. The guy might be able to use them for, but
But really, he's looking for certain workable aspects.
Right. Right. Okay. So, so you basically cleared out all the usable azurite here in this main chamber that you've been working in. And
Okay.
are you ready to continue on?
yeah.
Okay. So it's the next day. Oh, and Killian got a hit point back too, if that matters.
Who cares about
Is he
killing?
going to survive?
Well, he
We need a
now
Killian.
is,
We need a Killian token on the board.
I've actually got one. I was hiding it in the
Oh,
GM layer because he was
We're leaving him tied up.
right. So he's up there right in front of the.
Tied up. Is he going anywhere? We can lock him in the storeroom.
In the sliding door storeroom.
Well, we've got the key. We've got a key to the storeroom.
Right.
Oh, is that what the key was for?
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that bit.
I say we still leave him tied up because he didn't mention the spider. I'm not letting that one go.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were leaving him right in front of the
Figured
arrow
that
trap
process.
door just to happen to open it sometime. So
That's right.
you're moving on in?
Yeah. Are we gonna go southwest or northwest or northeast?
Well, we saw the glint to the northwest. Oh,
Okay.
we're not going anywhere yet. We're shooting.
Ants? Damn it.
This is a Pink Panther.
Dead ant. Dead ant.
There you go.
Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant.
So we're gonna. How late are we playing today, guys? I probably got to stop around 1.
Okay. Well, we're close to being done.
Okay.
So we'll
excellent.
just have a hard stop at 1 and pick it up as necessary.
Oh, I
Okay.
missed.
Actually, we'll just leave off that ant.
Ah!
You hit him. Good job, Mike.
You chased him
I
off.
scared him off.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
No, I was just putting it down so I can keep
Wait,
track of how many died.
Oh, for the experience.
Yeah.
Wacky ants. So we're gonna go up this way.
Yes, sir. Tell you what.
I'll tell you another thing.
Okay.
Oh, don't go there.
I love you.
Big sign says secret lair. The Thursday night game, there's these big double doors in one part of the dungeon. They're shaped like a big gorilla head, and we're like, I think that's a boss level. Let's come back to it.
So how did we manage to see a glow around the?
Oh,
big-
I just in the token you can set an aura for the tokens.
No, I think you
Oh,
meant.
no. Okay. Oh, I see. I meant the glow of the azurite.
But there's a little blue
Oh.
something right there.
So,
Right there.
this azurite is actually glowing, like strongly glowing, like
Really unstable.
Well, this would be like it's in contact with magic somehow.
So it's been, or has it been charged?
Or
It's been
there's
charged
magic
somehow.
nearby. Yeah.
Let's search carefully.
I forgot to include
Ooh.
show you,
that-
but this is kind of like what it looks like. A little bit more fanciful than it actually is, but you get the idea.
That looks like a crystal golem.
And then, actually, what you do
Oh, yeah.
find is one of these that I'm sure Peter will recognize.
Yeah, it's a Reaper Mini.
Yep. So there is a little 2-foot guy. Where's he hiding? I can't get.
He's right there behind it. He's blue.
I know, but I can't select his. Oh, that's because I'm back in that once. There we go. Okay. So he's kind of hiding in amongst the crystals, and when he sees you, he jumps out and runs at you. Actually, first of all, he's going to kind of hide in the crystals, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Has Nalad ever seen one of these before?
No, he's going to go after. He's going to. Let's see here. There we go.
What the?
Whoa, shit!
He's able to fling crystal shards off of him.
You go, hey, little fella. Whoa!
You're so.
It's
Oh my God.
cute.
I'm shooting that fucking thing.
Careful, it's going to go off. Okay. So
I hit it for 2 points, I think.
let's see here. Let me see what the AC is. Yes,
I
you
rolled an
did.
18.
You did. But I'm not
Alright.
showing the bar, am I? I guess I forgot to. Where's the?
And
They get
I dropped the
controlled by
mic.
Players. Boom.
There we go. Okay. So he shoots off some crystals at Crane, and you guys are able to react appropriately.
So we don't want to throw missiles at him.
How big is it? 2 feet
It's
tall?
about 2 feet tall.
If he's in
Because
the,
it might strike the azurite.
yeah, we don't want to hit the azurite, correct?
Correct. Maybe we should just try and grab him and rip him out of there like some sort of angry cat. I mean, it might be worth a few hit points of damage to be able to tie this thing up and take it back to the blast. Does it look like it's made out of azurite?
It's crystalline and it's bluish.
I think it's magic, and that's what's causing the Azurite to.
Entirely possible, yeah.
Who's got a sack? Let's put him in the sack.
Hasheen's got a couple sacks.
I did bring a couple sacks. Does he look like he's not going to want to go into a sack?
I say we got to kill this thing.
Yeah. So how bad is it going to be if we attack him while he's inside the Azurite deposit?
Well, you don't know. They said that there could be when it's fully charged, like it seems it is. There's a chance that while mining it, it could explode in such a way that it could seriously hurt a.
I have a better idea. Let's back off and see if he chases us, we'll kill him in the corridor. We'll just leave him there.
Well, we need that Azurite.
Well, we got 8 pieces of it. I mean, I think we got enough.
We do need it, but there may be a better place for us to look for a little while without blowing ourselves up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Does he follow us out?
That's a second.
Probably not. I mean, if he's
Yeah, he follows you out.
Oh.
I'm shooting him again.
He's just angry.
What do I need to hit him?
I just looked at that and I already forgot.
I think you need a 3.
It's too bad John hasn't been able to play any of these with us.
He did say that he's hoping to join this summer once the whole college thing is taken care of with the girl.
Settle down a little bit.
I think Athena's the one who's looking for colleges, right? He's the younger one. I always get it mixed up.
That's right.
Yes, that hits.
So it takes 4.
Yep.
And I'm never sure if it's Beatrice or Beatrix. And I've asked John this before, and he says, I don't know either.
Well, it's after Beatrix Potter, who's Nikki's favorite illustrator.
Oh, okay.
So he runs up and attacks.
Did I get my shot? Did I take my shot?
He did. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead and take a shot.
No, Peter, you rolled an 18 with your crossbow right before I did.
Right, but that was while he was in the.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah. So the second time as I backed up, I missed him.
And then here's the Crane's attack. Fuck.
Ouch.
And Nolan's attack. Dolan. What's this guy's name?
Yes, that'll hit.
Odd. For 2.
And Nolad or gets hit with 14. What's his?
14, eh? Oh, his AC is 4. Crane. Apparently a closed Dolan.
No, 14. Okay. Yeah, he hits. Unless he's got an armor class 2, he hits him.
AC 4.
Yeah. Okay. So he takes 2 points or 3 points.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys take your round.
Well, I'm in hand-to-hand with this little bugger now.
I think you guys need 13s to hit.
Okay.
Like that? For minimal damage. But I hit. Better than last time. It was actually a 15 because I'm using my die. Aaron, would you save those for when you're attacking us Thursday night?
I'm rolling like Peter. Gosh.
You are rolling like I do. Poor Gerda's had a tough run lately.
Ericor's had a tough run.
Yes.
That's another hit for 3 points for Dolan. No lad.
Oh, no lad.
Nomad. Analyze.
Did you say 6 points to Nolad?
3. I've been tracking it.
Okay, he's got 6 left.
Yeah. Who else is attacking?
Oh, I'm going
Is it a new
to.
round?
Yes.
It's around, yeah.
Nope, I'm not attacking.
So we're not attacking in this round.
I
That'll
hit
hit-
for
that'll
2.
hit. For 3.
For 3. That's right, because it's a +1.
Yep. So you're
Now that +1 for using the dagger, on the other hand, that's only to hit, right? That's not a +1 to your damage
Only
as
to
well.
hit, only when you win initiative.
Ah.
Right, and we'll just for right now. I'm not. I've
We
kind of
haven't been
stopped
doing
using-
initiative really, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you'll just use it. You can just get that benefit. So yeah, you're knocking pretty big chunks off of him. He's kind of diminishing in size and slowing down.
Freaking azurite sprite.
Azurite spray. Sounds like a new drink.
Makes your teeth glow. You're getting better there, Aaron.
gradual trending upwards.
That's it.
Almost, but no.
I want to burn some luck. Yes, fingers.
5
Butcher.
points.
Man, Fingers is the MVP.
Excellent. He's going to be tanking.
Yeah. So your final blow, you stab him, and he kind of just collapses
Shatters.
into a bunch of little shattering crystals.
Put those in a bag.
I was just going to say, save those. They may come in handy.
As long as he doesn't have regen.
That's it.
Well, if that would be even better because I'm sure that the blacksmith and the courtier
Yeah,
would love
they'd
to have
like
an
that.
azurite sprite.
So now that you have defeated him, you're able to look around. There's another deposit here. It is certainly glowing brightly, but you also see that there's a skeleton nearby the azurite deposit.
Uh-oh.
Let's search it.
It's skeletal. Let me say, a skeletal remains. It's not like up and moving, walking around, but.
Mm-hmm.
So it's from its stature and it's the kind of clothes it's wearing, you can determine it's a dwarf. It's got a rotted backpack with a hammer and chisel, and it's got a small amount of azurite on the ground next to it.
Mm.
And as you're looking around, you see that there's a small vial, potion type thing
Mm.
that rolled out of its backpack that's rolling, that's leaning up against the azurite.
Okay.
Oh, so the vial is magic. I'm going to pick up the vial.
Okay. And so now what?
Let's see the Nalod and make sure he's not bleeding profusely.
He's
No, he's down about half points, but he's stable at this point.
So he can get to work on this thing once we get this magic item away from it.
If it stops glowing, yeah, hopefully it's not. Does it reduce its glowing once the vial's taken away?
Not immediately.
But it does go down.
I'm
It
just
does go down a
stepping
little
away.
bit. So if you wait about a half an hour, it starts. It's basically the glow dissipates off that, and you're able to mine that too. I'll figure out the amount and time, and just
Plus what the dwarf
almost
had.
What?
Plus what the dwarf had.
Yes. I know it's time almost to go. And so basically over here is just a hole that the ants have been coming out of.
So we can block that.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't try to go plug the hole when you saw more were coming from that direction, but more things to kill. So you're able to, through a variety of ingenious usage of cloaks and bags and barrels and chests and the mules, you're able to get the
In Killian, he can carry something.
yes, Killian, get the stuff back. The blacksmith is ecstatic. As soon as you show up, he like grabs it and runs to into his his workshop and basically ignores you guys. But the Elven official comes out and thanks you. Turns directly to Hasheen and says, "You've done our people a great service, and your abilities will be noted at the Sealy Court at the highest levels. This is an important step forward for our culture and rediscovering some of its ancient knowledge and magical abilities."
Local boy makes good.
Honored to be useful, Lord.
He does say that actually there's a little bit more role playing I was going to do, and I haven't thought through it. And I know Erica and Grace just got home from a big shopping trip, and Aaron needs to go, so we'll
save
off.
it for the next time. Yeah.
Yep, we'll hold off at this point. So,
Cool.
thank you all for coming. I am stopping.